Warning. The Dragon Between podcast may contain language and adult humor that is unsuitable for those 13 years and younger. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to the Dragon Between podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the Eberron pulp fantasy setting created by Keith Baker. New episodes are recorded every Sunday and released on the following week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for clips and future episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and news on the podcast. And now on with the show! When the characters last met, after rushing towards the Lorandar docking tower and after a series of events, found themselves on the large airship that they found that was called the Cloud's Destiny, from the nameplate over the elemental binding chamber within the airship. The characters attempted to search the ship, looking for their quarry, one Elric Fateweaver, moved from deck to deck against the captain's wishes, asking questions and knocking on doors and in some ways forcing their way into the cabins and rooms within the airship. As the characters all gathered together and converged outside of a room, Gunthral picked up a smell of death and decay coming from one of the cabins, one of the larger cabins. As you all converged on this room, weapons at the ready to spring upon your quarry through the door, you all heard a strange thrumming noise coming from the other side. And as you approached, the door slowly began to creak open. And sitting before you, not too far away, you see the diminutive form of a kobold with burnt orange-colored scales, wearing studded leather armor. The kobold is holding a pyramidal dark green-colored stone puzzle box in his hands, and the panels in the stone pyramidal box shift and move in his hands, and there is a brilliant flash of sickly green light.
What are you doing here?
You all feel this strange pulling sensation, and your senses are overwhelmed from this green flash, and you suddenly find yourselves staring at each other, lifting yourselves up off of the ground, looking around a circular chamber. It's only about 8 feet high, and you can see that the chamber is dimly lit with an orange glow coming from an opening at the center of the chamber. And looking around, you see some tables scattered about, some chairs, and you see 4 sets of curtains which are hanging on the eastern, western, northern, and southern parts. Presumably, if you knew what was up, which way that. And there's a low hanging fog that clings to the ground. It seems to be emitting from this opening at the center of the chamber. You all begin to lift yourselves up off of the ground, and I will share a map with you all. It is a big map, so bear with it.
Do we see that are we still on the airship, or is this completely, different?
Well, the map's bigger than the airship, so...
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think we're on the ship anymore. Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
I'm alright. What just happened?
Did we just warp?
Zito's gonna look around. Does he recognize this place?
No, in fact, you don't recognize the people either.
I'm going to approach Zito.
Okay. As you begin to approach Zito, you look before you. You see that there is an opening in the floor that seems to descend down, and far down this apparent lava tube, you see bubbling lava from below, and you can feel the ambient heat coming off of it.
I don't jump down there. Like, I accidentally just made my character walk in onto that. I did not mean to do that. All right, I'm going to approach Zito and say, "Who are you?"
Who am I? Who are you? You barged into my room.
Why did you bring us here?
This is your room?
And as you're looking at the kobold, his hands, his fingers are bloodied. They look raw. And he's still clutching that pyramidal box in his hands.
Oh, do you think Gunny's spell hurt him?
Does he smell like death?
He does not. He smells like a kobold.
So delicious.
But the item he's holding is giving off a very rancorous odor of death and decay.
Can we all smell that?
Well, Gunthro can sense it. Gunthro can sense it because he in his War Tiger form, he can sense smells much better. His senses are a bit sharper.
Did that device bring us here?
Is this the size of the room, or do we see more?
Yeah, why are you walking off? We have questions for you.
Because you're cornering me.
This is the size of the room, the chamber that you're in currently. It's sort of a domed ceiling. The walls sort of arc up. So it's about, from best guess, it's about 8.5 feet tall, this chamber.
Small lizard boy, please tell us, how did we find ourselves here? Did you summon us?
I didn't summon you. As far as I remember, I was in my chambers just waiting for the ship to take me to my destination. And then you guys came in and... Actually, now that I remember it, I heard a disturbance outside, and when I went out to check and see what was going on, I sort of passed out. And when I came to, there was this pyramid device in my hands, and Zito's gonna drop the pyramid onto the floor as you realize he was still holding it.
And Zito, you look at your hands. Your some of your fingernails have been torn off. You see, and yeah, your fingers are bloodied, and you're down 10 hit points right now.
Do you mean us harm? And as I ask him that, I'm drawing my sword.
Do you mean me harm? And Zito's hand, his bloodied hand, is going to go down towards his waist, and you can see it hovering over his what looks like he has some sort of handle, and a long metal tube at the end of it.
Where's the beast that you're protecting?
What beast? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna try and take my hands and place them on Ender's and try and push his sword kind of back into his sheath.
Maybe he doesn't mean us harm. I still don't understand why we're here. Or how we've come to be here. And I'll put my sword away.
I mean, this could be another trick. I've already experienced one trick before.
Eli, have you ever seen anything like this object he dropped that he claims to know nothing of?
I'll reach my hand. Can I see it?
Don't touch it.
It's on the
Just
floor
look.
right now.
Look at his hands. They're damaged.
I'll look at the object. Have I seen or read anything about this ever?
Make an Arcana check. Or, I'll tell you what, make a history check.
Okay.
Because, that would be less of an Arcana check, more of a history check, which you still are double proficiency on, and you rolled one less than your Arcana check. This appears to be some sort of phylactery, Eli.
So in the background, I just heard a piano go like on a high note, and that was pretty rad timing. Anyway, sorry, I just spoiled the going back to being quiet.
It is a phylactery.
A phylacter what?
A phylactery. It's used for. It's Jeremy. Phylactery is like
A lich, I think. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
lich.
it's the
They store their soul in it.
Yes. Okay. I thought.
Nethana walks up to the little lizard that calls himself Zido and says, I mean you no harm. Can I just take a look at your hands?
Zito's will show you his hands. I've heard of something like this happening before. This was with my old companions, so we're no longer together, unfortunately. It said it brought them to a different plane of existence. I think it was like the plane of chaos, if I remember correctly.
Looking at his hands, can I tell what kind of damage or how deep the damage or something like that?
Make a medicine check.
$13?
It looks like he has. You've seen in the past when folk who have received tattoos, very fine needles that pierce the skin over and over again. This almost looks like his fingers have been stabbed repeatedly by a tattoo gun. And you can see, looking at the little pyramidal puzzle, from where you can see it, that there are exposed sections on each side of the pyramid puzzle, revealing some sort of a crystal container within, and you can see his fingerprints and blood stains on the outside of the box.
I reach out to him and I cast Cure Wounds on him to heal him.
Okay. Now, as you reach out, you touch the little diminutive kobold, and Zito, you feel the healing energies pass through her hand into your body, and your fingers, which were stinging and numb from the pain of the needles repeatedly stabbing your hands, subside, and your wounds knit together.
Can I explore the room?
Yes, you may.
I would like to as well.
You can make investigation checks or perception checks, whatever you're trying to do. What are you doing, Koratari?
I'm also searching the room, and Koratari will walk towards Zito. How did you come to own this pyramid?
As well. Thank you for mending my hands, friend. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Zito. I am from the Impectu Arcanum, and he will show his ring on his finger.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Zito. I'm Ari.
Nice to meet you, Ari. As I said, I was on my way to study these nodes that have been popping up. So the last time these nodes, or we were sent to study these nodes, an entire team was lost. So instead of trying to attract a bunch of attention by sending a whole team, they're just sending me. And
So
what I was
we're all
telling
in
you
danger.
before was true.
So they disappeared?
Yes, we have no idea what's happening to them.
Well, what if what happened to us just now is what happened to your previous party members?
If we find them, we'll know that that's true. But ever since these notes popped up, there's also these strange monstrosities have been wandering around the same area these notes have been popping up in. So it could equally be likely that a monster found them and had a nice lunch.
Well, let's hope that's
I
not
knock
the
aside
case.
the table and I warn my team behind me.
Okay.
Monster.
Monster?
Roll for
Zito,
initiative.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Ari.
Are you useful in combat, or do you need to be protected?
And I would prefer not to get into combat, but I'm able to hold my own.
Can I have advantage on my initiative?
Well, you basically just avoided a sneak attack.
All right. Okay. I'm fine with that.
So suddenly a chair was licking Ender's leg, and he stood up from the chair as it sprouted eyes on the top of where the seat area is. And suddenly all the other chairs in the room, 4 of them in total, spring to life and begin rushing towards all of you.
Is this similar to Ari's mimic? Or, I'm sorry, Anna's mimic.
Zito, if
It's
you
not a chest.
if you
It's a chair.
Zito, if you
Oh my gosh!
Zito, if you wouldn't mind rolling initiative, if you haven't already done so. So Koratari, I believe you're first in the initiative. You look and you see the chairs suddenly start hopping and skipping and slobbering. One was attempting to wrap a tongue around Ender's leg. What would you like to do?
I will move toward Ender and nudge the chair with my foot. Is it doing him any harm right now?
It looks like it's about to take a bite out of his leg. It
Oh,
has
perfect.
3-inch long incisors, a rows of them on the top and the bottom, and 2 sets of eyes that are blinking where the seat area of the chair is.
Then I would like to go to Ender and attack the chair with my long sword 2 hands.
Sure. So Katari
Look out!
springs forth, rushing towards the chair, which is attempting to have a snack on Ender's leg, and suddenly slashes out with her longsword and critically hits it.
Holy shit!
And then
She's about it.
in quick succession slashes again and hits it again. First doing 9 damage and then doing 12 damage to the creature. Would you like to spend a key point and do 2 unarmed strikes?
Sure, why not?
Yeah? Okay. Your first unarmed strike is a hit as you kick the creature, knocking against the table, dealing 5 damage. You then spin around and, with your other leg, knock the creature back a few inches, whacking it with your foot and dealing 10 more damage. And dealing quite a bit of damage to the creature. It is now hissing at you, and its tongue is lolling out like it's going to attack you. And would you like to do anything else? You are now engaged with the creature standing next to Ender.
You did
No, I think that's
36 damage to the thing.
Woo!
Did you just beat up a chair? And we're the crazy ones.
Did you not see it trying to attack your friend?
And Gunthrow, it is your turn. These 2 chairs are now sort of hopping back and forth, hopping mad with their tongues slobbering. One looks at you, and you can see its beady little 2 rows of eyes that are blinking on the top where the seat area is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to grab Mimic 1.
Okay. You gonna try to grapple it?
Yes.
All right. Make a strength check. Strength versus strength. Well, strength versus... We'll say, yeah, strength versus strength.
Athletics or strength?
You can do athletics. And so you reach out and grab this chair by the back of it, and you're lifting it up off of the ground now. Its tongue is slobbering out at you.
Okay, I'll walk to here, and I'll drop it in the lava pit.
Okay, then. You all watch as Gunthral just sort of picks one of these things up, strides forth, and drops the mimic into the lava. And you just watch as it tumbles down several feet, and you hear the sploosh and then a horrible screeching noise as this creature dies horribly, burning alive.
You're next as I come over to here.
Okay. Well,
That made it my turn.
All right. Mimic 4's turn. It's going to rush over a little bit and attempt to attack you, Ender. And it's rushes forth, and you just hear the sound of its teeth gnashing as it bites into your leg. And you feel this searing pain as its slobber apparently is made of some sort of an acid, and it eats into your skin, burning away part of your boot.
Dang.
And Auri, it's your turn. You just hear the sounds of a creature screeching, flames erupting, and these strange creatures, which were chairs, are now rushing around trying to bite your friends.
Okay. I'm gonna rush towards the one that just attacked Ender.
Okay.
And I am going to use my bonus action to turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you need the stats for that?
I I have it in my book here, but I will need it so that I can attack, yes.
So there is a shimmer. Cortari turning around, you hear the sounds of feet on this dry, cracked earth, and then suddenly the sounds of feet turn to a slithering noise. And I will give you the stats if you need it. There we go. Ari?
Alright, perfect. And using my action, I'm going to constrict him.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
Hey, no worries.
And I don't.
Unfortunately, that's a miss as the creature suddenly looks at you, and its two sets of eyes sort of bug out. It lets go of Ender's leg, and it looks like it's getting ready to run away from you.
Okay, it's the end of my turn.
All right. Mimic number 3, which got whacked by Cortari, just sort of shifts a little bit, not breaking from you, Go Ender, but then attempts to attack Cortari, attempting to bite her, which it does, dealing 17 damage to Cortari. You felt that. It latched onto your forearm, and you felt those teeth, and that acidic slobber is melting holes in your arm as we speak. And Zito, it's your turn. There's just the sound of clattering, the sound of movement, a giant snake hissing.
What do you got, Zito? How can you help out this party?
Zito's going to climb up on the table.
Okay.
And he is going to look over across this pit at the mimic next.
Okay.
Katari. And he's going to pull out his thieves' tools. And he's going to violently rake a file over the table and cause 3 sparks. He's going to cast a magic missile at the mimic.
Wow. And suddenly, you just anyone near to Zito watches the burnt orange colored scaled creature leapt up onto the table, and then, in a similar fashion to Eli summoning the spell but with a tool, you just watch as missiles arc out from his hands and bash into the creature. It's just sort of... The creature is rocked back, its teeth retracting, letting go of Cortari's arm.
Now my turn.
Lithana, it is your turn.
Okay. I will ready my vicious longbow and shoot it at the one. Let's see. The one behind Cortari.
Okay.
And I will try to make 3 attacks if it doesn't die before.
I have a feeling your first attack will probably kill it. But you missed.
Nope.
You were so freaked out by the sight of a chair biting one of your companions. But your second one does not miss. As you sink it, it catches one of the sets of eyes, putting it out, gushing. The creature falls backwards like a spider kicking its legs up and curling in.
I then look over to the one by Gunny.
Okay. If you don't move, it will get cover from it.
Let's see. No, I will move behind our new lizard friend
Okay.
and shoot.
As you tuck and roll over behind Zito, behind the table, and your third arrow catches the creature in the side of the wood, and instead of a thunking noise of the arrow hitting the wood, you hear a squelching noise as your arrow is now sticking out of the side of its body.
Oh, and he also gets extra damage. Technically, the hunter's mark was still on it.
Okay. How much damage would that be? Yeah, it looks like your hunter's mark expired because it was on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it lasts for an hour, but
You have to keep reapplying it.
yeah.
What's the damage? You can just go ahead and roll it, and I'll manually apply it.
Okay. 1d6.
Okay, roll a d6. I'll add it on there. All right.
Oh, hold 1 damage.
Hey, you know what? It's better than nothing.
Does it kill it?
Yeah, that 1 damage is life or death.
And I will kind of squat and end my.
Okay. Go Ender, it's your turn.
Did you say squawk? You squawk after the shot?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Lothana makes a chicken noise.
Ender responds to it and also makes a chicken noise from across the battle. I'm going to attack Mimic 4 now. Because Mimic 3 is now killed, right?
Yes, the little tombstone shows that it is dead.
For me, it just, I see Z's.
Oh, you don't see a tombstone? Maybe I need to turn that on.
No, it's just... It looks like he's sleepy.
That's weird. It shows it on mine. You don't see a little yellow goldenrod colored thing that says RIP on it?
Nope.
It's easy.
It's okay, though. We know he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it says he's unconscious, is what that mark says.
I think it's because last time we were in combat, maybe. Because we knocked things out instead of killed them.
Maybe. Oh, I'm going to attack Mimic 4.
Okay, that is most definitely a hit as you swing forth with your Biesk metal katana and slash into the creature. It was reeling
my
back.
Bonus action.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. I want to hear your explanation. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Saying you nearly clipped off one of the legs of the creature as it was starting to back away and sort of kick its legs at the giant snake.
Well, I'm going to pursue it, and I'm going to attack it again. And with my bonus action, I'm going to use my fight.
Okay. Okay, that is yet another hit as you slash into the creature yet again.
I'm giving myself 5 temporary hit points for my fighting spirit. End of my turn.
Okay. And Eli, it is your turn. All of your companions are fighting the furniture for some reason.
Eli's like a little confused, but he's read about like something like this before, but he always thought it was like a myth, or like he thought like people were like lying about this. So he's gonna look at this one chair by Ender. Such a good wood. Hate to waste it. I'm gonna cast Firebolt and miss.
You caught your foot on one of the other chairs that is not trying to bite your friends, and your firebolt goes wide a couple of feet away from it.
I'm gonna shove the chair down that I caught my foot on. Ugh. I hope it's not one of them things. Oh, my turn.
All right. Mimic number 2 now, looking at you, Gunthrow, as this tasty morsel attempts to chomp down onto your foot. But it misses, the teeth clattering together. It nearly bites the end of its tongue off. And Lithana, it's your turn again. Just watch this chair try to bite Gunthrow's foot.
I said, hey, leave my pet kitty alone. And I will shoot at it.
And that is most definitely a hit as you knock an arrow and fire it at short range at this creature, catching in almost the same spot where your arrow hit before. But you did not drop the damage on it for some reason.
Okay.
Because you don't have your hunter's mark on it.
Yes.
Go ahead and drop it on there, and then you can roll your damage. There you go.
Okay, I will shoot it again.
Okay. Knocking your second arrow. Unfortunately, this one is a natural 1. The arrow splinters as it hits the side of the chair.
I will use my bonus action to, squawk like a chicken even more. Because seem to really get Ender out.
Okay, then.
That's the end of my...
And Zito, it's your turn. The creature that you attacked before has fallen dead at the feet of Koritari. The ranger is currently behind you with a very interesting looking bow, firing arrows at the chair that was trying to bite the man wearing the very strange, tattered costume that resembles a tiger.
Alright, since that one's closest to Zito, he's going to pull out his firearm, take careful aim, and he's going to fire his first shot at the mimic.
Okay. Zito pulls out his firearm out of the holster, and there's an explosion of sound that echoes within the chamber as the bolt pierces the creature, and you hear it screech and squawk, not quite like a chicken. And Ender, it's your turn again. You just heard this explosive sound that's echoed off of the interior of this chamber.
I'm going to finish my mimic.
Okay.
I mean, if things go right.
If things go right, that's true. Got the luck of the dice. That is a hit. Even at a 4, guys, he still hit it.
Wow.
Fighters, man. This is about time it feels good.
Right? You slash into it. It looks like it's still holding on. It's wincing from your blows. You're carving into it. And the blood is splattering onto your leg.
Well, this one is, this one's for my poop.
And that is also a
I
hit.
attack him a second time.
As you slash downward with your longsword, your katana, cutting into the creature. It looks like it's almost dead.
It's, unfortunately, I rolled a 1 for the damage roll. End of my turn.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I cluck back.
Okay. On the mimic's turn, as a last-ditch effort, attempts to attack you again with its bite, trying to bite your foot off, and just manages to miss as you sidestep backwards. And Eli, it's your turn again.
Eli, the strange creature. Are you trying to talk to an ender? And I'll guess firebolt.
Okay, this time your firebolt connects as the burst of flame hits the creature, and you watch as it explodes in a shower of sparks, fire, and goo all over Ender, painting Ender with its greenish blood.
Please do a sound effect.
What the clock?
And Koritari, it's your turn, unless Eli wants to do something else.
No, I don't end my turn.
Okay. Koritari, the creatures that were closest to you have been dispatched. The only one in the chamber, as you're looking around, appears to be the one that is next to Gunthrel's boot.
Okay, so I will jump toward that creature. I don't know if I'm close enough to strike it.
You can totally get to it.
Cool. I want to jump over to that creature, kind of like push it back with my foot, like on the back of the chair, and knock it over, and then stab it with my longsword.
Okay. As you rush forth with your longsword, doing a little cartwheel, slashing into the creature. Not sure why it was an advantage. But you still hit it. And Gunther, you watch as Koritari does a cartwheel, and upon righting herself, arcs forth and stabs the creature's center mass, and it screeches and falls dead. And she clucks. And you guys are out of combat.
Nice move.
Ender's going to go around and push aside all the furniture, making sure everything is, nothing else has a pulse. That's not supposed to have a pulse.
Sure, go ahead.
Make sure you check the tables, too. Don't want them jumping out at us.
And you all receive 257 experience points for that encounter.
You okay, Lathana?
Yes, I'm fine.
What's behind these curtains? I'll go check this curtain.
Okay. I see everybody moving all of a sudden, just like woof, 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 all around the room.
Does there appear to be like another way out of here?
Beside all of the curtains, you don't see any openings or doors on the walls. And Gunthrel, as you look beyond, you see that beyond the curtain you see a pathway that ends at a solid wall. It appears to branch off to your right and to your left if you pass down that pathway.
I look back at Gunny to see that he's about to exit the room, and I follow close.
I do too.
I don't exit, and I'm like, there's a hallway here.
You see Lathana and Ender both like zoop right next to Gunny. Like
Auri, in your snake form, you see that Koritari is holding her arm and sitting on the ground right now, panting heavily. She seems pretty hurt.
A long rest wouldn't be so bad.
In fact, you're all kind of banged up, except for Zito and Auri. You're all kind of scratched up. Some of you a little worse for wear than others.
I put my snake head a little too uncomfortably close to Eli and shake it up and down. I agree.
Should we shut that door? or that curtain and maybe camp here for a while we figure out what's going on.
I don't see a better.
I shake my snake head up and down again.
Jeremy,
Yes, sir.
I think we're all in agreement. Long rest or short rest? Let's see if we can pull it off.
I think a long rest would be good. We haven't slept in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a whole day since you guys have slept.
Are there any odors in the hallway?
Make a perception check. At advantage. Gunthril, you smell a very faint hint of sulfur in the air, which could be coming from that pit behind you. Since you're still within the room, beyond the chamber, other than that rotten egg smell, you don't really smell anything else. That rotten egg smell is pretty much overwhelming and almost making you gag right now. In fact, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, if you would please.
Can I please not make one?
Oh gosh.
And I will roll for Koratari. All right.
He's just gonna pick up that pyramid thing.
So Eli and
He's gonna
Gunthril,
put it away in his bag.
we're looking at you all, and then they suddenly both double over and begin coughing loudly. And for the next 4 minutes, they can't really catch their breath too well, and they are coughing and hacking as loud as they could possibly do so. And it's echoing throughout this chamber.
That's our cue for a rest.
Uh-oh. Can they breathe? Eli,
They're taking in ragged breaths. Like, they don't seem to be having a trouble breathing. It's just this, whatever this noxious smell is making them hack and cough uncontrollably. And they do so for the next 4 minutes.
So now that the door is shut, the smell is no longer
Oh,
here.
you mean the curtain?
Yes, sorry, the curtain.
Oh no, it still stinks of rotten eggs in here.
Hey, Eli, remember that time that you had this cute little tiny hut that you luxuriously slept in yourself, but maybe it might be a good time to share? You're in a share.
Yeah, I don't have any more spell slots after.
Oh. Well.
So you're all just sort of standing within this chamber, which appears to be blocked off by 4 very thin curtains, which are hung up, blocking potentially openings in the north, south, and east, and this opening that Gunthril discovered to just in front of you all right now.
Well, the only thing that I can do is I can give us rest out of this air for an hour. I have something that can last just for that long, but it won't go.
Am I able to cast a spell?
After 4 minutes, you're able to concentrate. You can totally cast the spell.
Can we tell where the noxious fumes are coming from? Is it from the hole in the...
You're pretty sure, just looking around, that it appears to be whatever this low-hanging fumes that are rising up and out of the hole at the center of the chamber and creeping out onto the dry, cracked earth. The smell is strongest when you crouch down close to it, and it makes you gag. but doesn't make you cough as hard as Eli and Gunthrow were.
Can we stack the tables over the hole?
You can if
Turn
you
the
like.
tables upside down and put parts, so it blocks the sulfur frickin' bullet.
You can totally do that.
I'll cast mend on the table, the 4 tables, so like they mend all together, so it's a big piece.
Okay. Well, that's not how mending works, but okay.
Oh.
It doesn't turn into like sovereign glue.
Oh, okay.
But you could very easily, festoon a covering from these 4 slabs of wood.
Should we do that on each entry in here and rest?
Well, you have the choice. You have 4 tables. You could block the entry points with the tables if you like, but then you wouldn't have something to cover that hole in the center of the room. Or you could also only cover a couple of them and then cover the hole.
How many holes are there?
There are 4. Other than the big one in the middle of the room that seems to lead down to some sort of lava tube.
And how big are those holes?
Each one is, as far as like the curtains themselves are just shy of 10 feet wide. Some of them are smaller than others. One is only about 5. 1 or 2 are only about 5 feet wide. But the ones to the east and the west are a little bit wider than others. They're not uniform. They're not identical. They're just sort of like a tarpaulin, like a crimson tarpaulin, which is sort of frayed at the ends and dirty.
Can we peek out each of the curtains and see what's behind each of the curtains?
Absolutely. If you guys wish to do so, I will reveal what you see beyond.
Wait, let's rest first.
I'm gonna try and cast Mold Earth on one of the smaller holes and see if I can close it that way.
Okay, how does that work?
Well, I'm not sure if this Earth is loose or not, but I can move loose Earth that will fit in a 5-foot cube, and I can move it 5 feet away.
Well, unfortunately, there is not really much loose earth on the ground. It's pretty dried and compacted. It's almost like a sandstone or like a dry riverbed almost. But I would say that you could manipulate enough of it, like kicking it, molding it with your feet and your hands, that you could make enough to block one of these entryways if you wish. And you don't see any Lithana. You don't see any bodies or skulls.
Mm-hmm.
You do occasionally pick up a sound in the distance that echoes, sort of a shrill sound. It sounds like this. Not sure if you can hear that.
Does it sound like a beast?
Make a nature check. And I see that Goender has gone off on a bathroom break. If you guys need to take one immediately, you may do so.
I think I have. Let's see. Beasts and constructs are my favorite enemy.
Okay.
Even though my nature is like trying to see what that means again.
Zito, looks like you're getting ready to block this one up. Is that what you wish to do?
I was going to go over and see the other side of the curtain, and is the air, does it still smell like sulfur on this side of the curtain?
It's a little weaker on this side. And with the curtain closed, blocking some of that noxious fumes that are coming off of the ground and out of the pit, The air seems a little bit less eggy.
Alright, Zito's gonna poke his head through the curtain. Says, if you guys are resting up, I suggest that we rest on this side of the curtain. It's noticeably less foul on this side.
Oh, and we could take the tables and block off the way the other way to give us some cover.
Lithana, you get a sense that whatever is making that noise is most definitely nothing that you've ever encountered before.
Well, that's comforting.
Gunthral, as you head down and out, you see that the chamber continues. The hallway widens a bit, both to the north and to the south, and continues on, both quite a bit, and terminates in walls.
I'll sit down and lean against a wall, wait for the rest of the party members.
Okay.
Hey, Ender, can you help me try to move this table to guard the entrance? Or
Ender has stepped away. He seems to be squatting in a corner, taking an emergency poop against the wall. He's pushed one of the tables up so that you can't see him.
I suddenly feel quite embarrassed and say, can someone else help me with this table?
I'll drop my wild shape and I'm gonna go over and try and help her.
Okay.
Koritari will also go over and help. On the condition that I may have my blowgun back, please.
Oh, yes, of course. And I headed right over back there.
Did you guys see that? Zito said that he'd prefer not to be in combat, but was he not amazing?
He was extremely amazing. Incredible. Zito, thank you so much for helping me.
What was that? I can't hear you on the other side of the curtain.
We said you're amazing!
Great job!
Shouldn't have shouted, huh?
Thank you! Zito's gonna yell back.
It might be wise to be a little more quieter.
Sorry about that.
You hear the sound again, Lithana, and now the rest of your friends are starting to hear it as it echoes through the chamber, the sound of some sort of screeching noise.
Oh, gosh.
What is that? Does anyone else hear that sound?
Does it appear to be getting close?
It sounds like it's getting louder.
Are we talking about me pooping still?
Ender has finished his business, is now emerged from behind the table that he erected to block himself. Give himself some privacy.
Hey guys, I don't know whether it's safe to just sleep out in the open. I can make sure we at least get a short rest. Safe.
Well, let's see. A couple of you are not hurt at all. You could set a watch.
Except the wizard needs his spell.
Zito, as you watch as Gunthral suddenly peels off his mask that resembled a tiger, revealing a tiger face underneath the mask. Is some sort of bipedal tiger person.
What sort of inception is this?
Just me.
In your travels, Zito, you have never encountered, but you have read in your studies about lycanthropes. Lithana summons Eli on her ring.
Yes, hello, my date.
You guys are 20 feet away from each other, I should mention.
No. It's like two couples, sitting, texting each other right next to each other.
Gotcha.
But he is through the curtain, so... Hey, Eli, you said to be quiet. There's definitely something in here. I know you need your spells, but I can make sure that we at least have a short rest uninterrupted and out of sight.
The sound seems to be getting further away now, Lithana.
What do you...
Zito, you summon a familiar. What do you summon?
I'm gonna summon my raven,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send it out to scout out the immediate area.
All right. Where would you like it to go?
I'll first send it north.
Okay. As you send it north around the corner, the tunnel continues on and seems to wrap around and head south and connect to the eastern chamber that extends out from the eastern side of the room. You can see that the pathway continues south on to a solid ball.
Alright, so before it gets too far away from me, I'm gonna have it go back and have it go eastward.
Well, there's a solid wall. You want it to continue down to the south and then to the east?
I can only have it go so far away from me and see through its eyes.
How far away?
100 feet.
Okay, you can continue on still a little bit.
And, I'm actually going to go back anyways and explore the rest before, while we're doing this short rest, or long rest, rather.
Sure. So you see on both sides that the southern passageways on the eastern and western tunnels continue on the eastern side to the east and on the western side to the west, and terminate at walls and seem to curve northward.
Both of them go north?
Both the eastern and the western passages. Correct.
Alright. What about, I send it the other way and go south from me?
Okay. It curves around a very narrow passage, and after not too far of a way, seems to terminate at the end of a wall, and some sort of a statue is perched there at the end of the wall. And you can see something shiny reflecting from somewhere at center mass of the statue.
Alright, I'm going to make a mental note of that.
Okay.
And, is there anything else in the room besides the statue?
No, it's a narrow hallway and it ends. The hallway itself is only about 9 feet high. The rock walls are very roughly hewn. Somewhat of a porous material. Like it almost it almost resembles like dead coral to a point in some places.
Am I able to have this familiar retrieve the item? Or is it like embedded into the statue?
You can try.
Or I'm going to have it try.
Okay. As your familiar flies forth, there is a brilliant flash of light, and your familiar is gone. Whatever happened seemed to cease your familiar, like it killed it.
All right. Zito's gonna blink back as gonna rub his eyes as that flash kind of irritate his sensitive eyes, and be aware of any statues.
Yes, you may, Lithana. While he's doing that, you can say you guys are moving those tables however you wish. And I'm sorry, Zito, I walked all over your dialogue. What did you say?
Zito just warned the party to be aware of any statues, especially ones with any glowing objects in them.
That's his This is a cool trick. I like that. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, Zito, you're still trying to figure out Eli. He is the strangest spellcaster you've ever encountered. He doesn't seem to be outfitted for casting spells per se. It's like a mix. He resembles that of an artificer. But he appears to be using skills that are known to you from your compatriots within the 12 to be transmuters.
Interesting.
And the rings that I had and the party has, is that the Eberron or whatever that he's a member of?
Yes, you would have recognized it when Zito mentioned it, that he appears to be carrying a ring of the order that you're all affiliated with, minus Koritari, of course.
Oh, we have rings like that. Well, anyway. I think we're all part of the same group.
And Zito, you see that as he mentions that, you see that Eli is wearing a ring identical to yours with that amber glowing Sybaris shard embedded within the ring.
I wasn't aware we had new recruit. So my master has been keeping me rather busy. Of course, with all these nodes. How long have you guys been members?
For a little while now. We are our own little group. We've been doing missions for them for a little while.
Yeah, at least a week.
You all hear Ender loudly yawn, and then he just sort of moves over to the corner and leans against the wall, his eyes blinking sleepily.
And what's bringing you to Korth?
To Korth.
Korth,
This is where the ship's traveling to.
Korth being the capital of the nation of Karnath.
Oh, well. This is more of an accident. We're chasing a very evil man, and we chased him on the airship. We were searching the airship, and we ran into you, and then we flashed here. So, we're a little confused. At least I am.
Was that what that motion was earlier?
Yes. We were looking for him throughout all the decks.
Well, now that the tables are set up, everyone want to take a long rest, and we can chat, or whoever wants to take the first watch can chat as we're sleeping.
Are you injured? I can see to your wounds.
I am a bit.
Meanwhile, Auri
Is Eli hurt?
Eli is looking a little scratched up in places, but not too bad. Auri has been very quickly moving around like the den mother that she is, and healing folk who look like they need it. Ender, you feel a bit better? Ender, how long do your temporary hit points last, I should ask?
Until they go away.
Awesome.
Yep, and you have to, right, as far as, I've read about this before, and it's, as long as, no one hits me, they're there forever.
Okay.
So if you want, you can make a bed bug bite me while I'm sleeping here.
Don't tempt me. Alright, so what are you guys all doing?
Well, I think we should all huddle up and take a long rest with someone on watch.
Okay,
I prepare to rest.
who would like to do the long rest? And who would like to be the first watch?
I can take the first one.
Okay,
Well, if we're all
Lathana.
together, I can heal us.
I don't need a long rest. I only technically need a short rest, so I'll take second one.
I've
Okay.
already fallen asleep. I'm just like.
Auri has passed out under one of the chairs since all the tables have been used.
You're not coming in the hall with us?
I think she's sleeping in that chamber. On the ground, breathing in that gas.
Lathana would go over to her and pick her up and bring her in.
Okay. Like a small child, you lift Auri up, and it's sort of a familiar sense to you, Lathana.
Oh.
Oh, is it clean air out there?
Yeah, it's cleaner air on this side of the curtain.
Okay, I was using the restroom. We must have figured that out. I figured that out just now. I'll sleep out.
Kuratari will join them where the clean air is and take a long rest. And also meditate to get her key point back.
Okay. So you're all taking a long rest. Who's taking first watch? Lathana?
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
take first watch as well because I'm going to be casting spells.
All right. Well, then I need one of you to make a perception check. We'll say Lathana since you're busy casting spells for part of that.
For 1 second.
22.
22. So Lathana, you no longer hear the sounds of that screeching anymore. In fact, it almost feels too quiet.
Okay. I will actually... while I'm taking first watch, I will cast Cordon of Air.
Okay.
I plant 4 arrows on the ground next to us towards the hallway. And if anything comes within 30 feet, they have to make a dex save.
Okay.
For 8 hours. So it's good for a long rest.
All right. So you're all able to take your rest completely unmolested. Strangely so in this weird place. Over the course of 8 hours, you're able to take a long rest. It's not very comfortable sleeping on this dry, cracked earth. And Gunthral, you would have fell out of your form, your Wertiger form. Otherwise, you would have taken a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured I'd fall out of it when I was coughing and hacking up a lot.
Right. There you go.
And anyone who's staying near Zito will notice that that sulfur smell has mysteriously changed to something that smelled oddly like seawater.
Smells like home to Gunny, doesn't it?
Sounds good to me.
Eli wakes up. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot where we were for a second. Where to now?
During my watch, I'll mend everyone's clothes too.
I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna respond to Eli and say, "Happy birthday! Good morning, birthday boy."
Good morning.
I would like it canonically to actually be Eli's birthday today. I'm marking it in the calendar.
Ender remembers.
Oh, I forgot I did tell you it was my birthday today.
I take out a cupcake from my bag because I only have one left. I am known for eating all my cupcakes immediately.
It
But
is-
I knew that Eli's birthday was coming up, so I took out a small. I purchased it the last time we were in a market privately. I'll use my inspiration if I have to, and I give it to Eli.
Aw.
I'll take it.
So so everyone knows, the 12th of Baracus is Eli's birthday.
Yay!
Of course, that's what I know. That we established this.
Yes, it is canon.
So Lithana will be like, "Hey, what's that over there?" Try to distract everyone for a second.
I'm so
And
asleep,
then-
so
And then she will try to stealthily give Eli a kiss.
Make a stealth check first to see if anyone notices you.
17.
All
My
right.
past catches that.
Guthroll, you and Ari are the only ones that see as Lithana sneaks up to Eli. Now Lithana, make a sleight of hand check.
I'll act like I didn't see it.
Natural.
You go to kiss him, and Eli turns and you kiss him full on the mouth.
That's not a critical failure. Just saying, that's not a critical failure.
She looks a little shocked. Like, oh, happy birthday.
Eli just stares.
I'm gonna
smiling.
make eye contact with Eli, and then just like look away like I didn't see anything. But also kind of nod of like, hell yeah, man.
Can't wait till my birthday.
While everyone's getting ready, Zito is going to summon up another familiar with his material.
Ender is going to stretch and walk out into the hallway.
Eli is going to quickly change up the spells that he has prepared.
Gunther will take a nap.
Gunther was napping all night. Ender goes over and kicks Gunny. Wake up. I need you.
Talk to Lithana. She's hired me.
Hey Gunny, thank you for being my bodyguard. For now, I do not require your services.
Oh, okay. Be 100 gold for you, 50 for the extra person. So 150 gold.
How about 120?
Okay.
And I'll pass over 125.
And I'll give 120 over to Ari. Put it in the bank. See, I made money for us.
Eli turns over to Gunny. Hey, Gunny. You're very strong, and I'm not very strong, and so I was wondering what your weekly rates are.
Well, it depends if it's a short-time contract, a long contract. It depends.
How much for a week contract?
Well, seeing I know you, I don't know if you're good for your money because I know you're poor. Yeah. Oh, we'll work it out in the end.
You know, once we
Okay.
get our hands on Fateweaver, none of us will be poor.
That is true. And he pulls out 200 gold, and he gives Gunny 4 up front.
Ah, okay. I'll give it over to Ari. See, I'm making lots of money now.
I'm not sure if Auri meant to share that.
Wait, I'm very confused.
Well,
I never said anything. Don't worry about it.
She edit.
Well, Ito, what do you see ahead?
Well, from my scouting before, I went through a bunch of hallways, and one of them had a statue. I investigated the statue, and well, when my familiar touched the stone in the statue, there was a bright flash, and my bird disintegrated, or rather, it disappeared.
Mental note: don't touch the statues.
Which way should we go? Zito?
Yeah, we look back at Zito.
Yeah. Well, from all my scouting, I didn't find any rooms. It was just a bunch of hallways.
Fine, you want to lead?
No. I'll direct you, though.
We will.
You know, it'd be great. It'd be great if we somehow found something down here that would kill Elric or weaken him.
Does anyone
who?
need light?
Elric Fateweaver. It's the man we've been trying to chase down on the
Does anyone need light to see down here?
Oh yeah, it's pitch black down here. The only person within the group that would need essentially someone to either hold their hand would be Cortari.
And Gunthrow. Oh wait, no, Gunthrow has
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gunthrow has dark vision.
Well, I'm gonna suddenly take out my my ever bright lantern that was on that we ripped off.
That was a deep callback. That's from a long time ago.
And say, here, Katari, you can hold on to this. I'll help you guide your way.
Cortari, you see what appears to be an Everbright lantern, but not one that one would use as a hand lantern. This one looks like it once was attached to a surface. Still has a broken piece from what looks like some sort of a armature that was attached to a flat surface.
Oh, well, this is lovely. Thank you. She reaches out and takes it. How heavy is it?
That's about standard Everbright lantern. It's just got like a bit of an awkward piece of metal sticking out of one side.
She just looks at it and shakes her head.
Gunny, don't you need light as well?
Well, I'm fine. I don't need light. She needs the light.
You sure? I have another lantern I can give you.
Gunny's
I've got
through a
another
lot of
one too
changes.
if you want to light up everybody.
Oh, well, I guess if you have one, then we're good. But let me know if you ever need a lantern.
Nope, I'm good.
Why don't you hold on anyway, so that way everyone in the party can see where we're going?
Okay. I mean, I have dark vision, but I guess the light just destroys that. I'll pull off a patch of my robe. That's a lantern.
You look over at Eli. Suddenly rips a patch from within his robe, and as he rips it off, it suddenly becomes a lantern. The patch grows. There's a shower of sparks as he's suddenly holding a lantern in his hand.
Oh, are you ready to go?
That's the area that the lantern covers.
Yes, Lathana, I am aware. It actually should have automatically updated for you if you didn't have to change it.
Okay, I had to change it, but yes.
No worries.
Oh, Ender, we're following you.
And so I'm gonna direct Ender to where I found that statue.
Also, let's talk about marching order. We need someone at the ready at the back. If you want to be that person.
I can cover the flank. I could turn into a bear.
Well, I gotta be, within arm's reach of Eli.
I don't want to be so close to that flame anyway. If you don't mind, I'll stay in the back.
All right, so Auri's in the back.
Hey, Eli, why don't you take third, back here with me?
All right, I'll send my gunny.
Now I'm in a position that's furthest away from any amount of danger, so I'll stay in the middle.
Okay.
Sure, I'll go second, right after Ender.
What about Koratari?
I will walk behind Luthon.
Behind Lathana? Okay. To the south, this wide tunnel terminates at a solid wall and seems to curve around to to your right, presumably the west. You're not sure.
We're going to cautiously go down this hall.
Okay.
So I'm going to lead it.
Feel free to move yourselves.
Can you just move us down to the next crossroads, wherever that is?
Yeah, I could totally move everyone all at once, actually.
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
that.
you can? Okay. I was gonna say, do I have to okay, there we go. Cool. You can keep us on marching order. That's cool.
Just let us know when we come across a crossroads.
As the wall ends, you turn, you look, you see that the tunnel continues on and terminates at another wall. And the wall seems to curve around.
I'm gonna look down that direction and look back at my guide Zito. So, little dragon boy, that way.
Is this the direction towards the statue?
No, that's all the way back. That was the very narrow passageway that snaked to the south from that circular chamber.
Oh, that's the direction I should have went. Oh well, that's okay. Should we head back?
Well, my scouting didn't get us anywhere, so this is about as we already know what that way goes, so you might as well check out where this way goes.
Hey, Zido, can you get your bird back to check or not?
Yeah, I can send my bird up, but is that something everyone else wants? Because you'll have to take me with you if because I can't see where I'm going.
Sure you can. You have dark vision.
Yeah, but when I'm seeing through my bird, I can't see where Zito actually is going.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
sure.
are you gonna do that then? Look through your bird.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I
I
can
mean-
carry him.
Alright, I'll send my familiar once again, which is still a raven, and I'll send it forward.
Okay. The widened tunnel, you're sending ahead of Ender.
Yes.
It goes out towards the almost beyond your range with the creature, and your vision fizzles out once you get about 100 feet up, and then the tunnel seems to curve around to what you would assume to be the west after heading north.
And it was just a straight tunnel?
It sort of curved a bit, but it essentially went straight northern.
Alright. I'm gonna relay this information to everyone. So it's just a tunnel going this way. I can't see the end of it though.
Isn't your site like 2 miles?
No, it's 100 feet.
Oh.
I guess onward and upward. What do you guys think?
Yes.
This is nothing dangerous. I say, let's head on.
Okay. So you guys are continuing on?
Yes, and Lithana would keep her ears open for any strange sounds or symbols or.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my raven at about like the 90-foot mark. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
How long have we been traveling down this way?
You have been traveling down the tunnels now for a few minutes. Hasn't been that long at all. Whoops.
Everyone's staying close to me as I move forward, right?
Well, I hope
Yes.
you're not leaving Zito behind.
I think the program just
I'm
takes a
curious.
second to catch up.
I think, yeah, Gunny's carrying you. He's a Goliath. He's big.
He's carrying you in his pocket. Okay, so you guys are moving forward.
Yes.
Are we
Yeah.
moving
Yes.
forward?
I think Ender's going.
Okay.
Keep
Sorry.
walking with Ender.
All right. So what are you all doing as you I'm sorry, I heard Luthana say she was doing something. You're keeping an eye out. Zito, you're keeping an eye out.
Yes, I'm gonna alert the party if there's ever like any cross or intersections in the tunnel.
Okay. As you're getting closer, you see the tunnel continues on to the west a bit and then seems to curve around and head south.
I'm keeping an eye to the back of us with the
Okay.
lantern.
What about the rest of you?
I'm looking at the back, but I'm also kind of distracted by something else.
Okay. What about Eli?
Eli's transcribing his new spells, trying to memorize them.
Okay. And Koratari, what about you?
She's just looking ahead and following the tunnel with her hand on the wall to guide her.
Okay.
You got the lantern. You should be able to see good.
Yeah, she has a lantern, so you can see. You got that bright, ever bright lantern. And then, Lithani, you said that you're just kind of looking around, keeping an ear to the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, the light, the cone that you see up there is the light that's bright to the ever bright lantern, and another 60 feet beyond that, you can still have, so you can see a long distance.
So, let's see. Ender, make a wisdom save.
All right. Ender makes a wisdom save.
Okay.
12.
As you were heading forth, walking along, your foot suddenly catches on the ground a bit, and the ground directly in front of you sort of gives a little. And there, Lithana and the rest of you all suddenly watch as there's this brilliant flash, and Ender is gone.
Do I have any time to react?
No, you don't,
Okay.
because you're
Better
at the
yet,
back. You're
does
at the
Ender
back.
have any time to react?
Your reaction, Ender. One second here. is that you, my friend, turn into a hook horror and immediately attack Lithana. Roll for initiative.
Oh my!
Hey, Lithana, nothing personal.
I'm gonna drop this on your sheet so that you can do your attack. The attacks from the sheet, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Wow.
So suddenly Ender morphs into this creature and then turns around and swings this long arm with a hook on the end of it and slashes you with it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, as a hook horror, what is the noise I can scream into my mic?
You sound like that.
There you go.
Right.
He
I'm gonna
hates
go
that
ahead and
noise
roll
so
quick.
much. I'm so happy I can make that noise.
All right, so this is the surprise round for the creature, which was once Ender.
Did
In
I
fact-
see that back here?
In fact, I'm gonna change his name to Ender. There we go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and announce to my old party that I am actually no longer Ender and I am the party's end, which sounds like this, I think.
You didn't do it right.
I know I don't. It's so damn annoying.
We'll
Alright, I'm
work
going
on
to
it.
go ahead and I'm going to do 2 attacks. This is my first time using another character sheet.
Okay,
go to my
so
multi-attack.
you go down and you make 2 attacks with your
Oh,
hook.
I get it.
Your hook attacks. You just double click on the. There you go. That's a hit. As suddenly this hook just sort of slashes out and scrapes across front of your body. Your eyes bug out, Lithana, as this creature that was once Ender has now squawked with its long, elongated beak-like face and slashed you with its and wounded you, cutting open a gash on the front of your chest.
And just so you know, Lithana, it's gonna cluck. It's no longer gonna do that screeching thing.
It's just a
gonna
giant
go,
chicken. All right, that's the surprise round.
No, I get 2 attacks.
Oh, that's right. You do get 2 attacks, and you have movement.
And I'd like to apologize to you real quick, Sabrina, as a person. I'm sorry for not letting. Anyways, let's kill.
Who's Sabrina?
Lithana just sort of moves back several inches as your other hook arm whooshes over the top of her head, nearly almost about to lop her head off. And Eli, it's your turn. Unless you want to do some movement there, Ender.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. I want to keep my eyes right on Lithana, my prey.
Okay.
I'm going to move
should-
right there.
Should mention this is what Ender looks like right now. He's a turtle chicken.
Wow.
It's actually appropriate.
The way that I see it right now is an improvement.
I'm gonna move right there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look at him. I say,
You see, Ender is gone, and some sort of creature has replaced him and is attacking Lithana.
I want Ender back, and I'm gonna cast a spell magic.
Oh, Dispel Magic?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to roll against this.
You want to
Is it a
roll
level 3? Is it a level 3 spell that has affected him, or higher?
Let me check, as I'm not sure.
If it's higher, I have to roll.
Let's see. It is a level 4 spell, sir.
Okay, so I do have to roll.
Yes,
Ooh,
sir.
Let's see.
Roll well. This is not a time to roll a 1, sir. Hey! So there is a horrible stench. Just a smell of smells like a chicken coop. And there's a poof. As Ender suddenly morphs back into himself. And falls to one knee before a bleeding Lithana.
I'm gonna look up at Lithana and say, "Are you okay? What happened?"
I immediately punch him in the face.
Make a strength. Make it just a straight attack, unarmed attack. Does
Oh
that
my
hit?
God.
I would say that hits. Roll a d4 damage.
This is my temporary health, damn it. Ah!
Like all the angst of her just planning, like, oh, am I gonna shoot it? I'm gonna do it, and she just.
I'm gonna fall back because that hit me really hard.
Yeah. Ender
gonna
reaches
say-
up. He's covered his mouth with his hand, his lower jaw, and he's just rubbing his lower jaw.
This place is riddled with magic. I don't know what happened. Do I have any memory for turning into a hook?
For Jennifer, Lathana, let's see. Ari, you wrote you fucked with the wrong chick, and Lathana wrote no, he clucked with the wrong chick. If Jennifer's still there, hello.
Jennifer's there.
She's here.
She's
I'm gonna innocently say cluck, and I question. Cluck? Like, I'm sorry?
Ender and I are trying our best to show stuff in chat that is going to make sure that Jennifer knows what's happening.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you're all no longer at each other's throats, fighting Ender as a hook horror.
I reach out my hand to help Ender up.
I'm so sorry. Lathana,
No.
I don't know what happened. I'm
No.
so sorry.
No, I'm sorry. That was just reflex.
Right.
What's taking
yeah.
you guys so long?
I don't know. I think she's maybe. I think he might be mad that like he didn't kiss her. He kissed Eli. I don't know.
Do I hear
Come on,
that?
Zito can't see or hear anything that's gone on in the past like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Zito, that tunnel continues on to the south.
Are we ready to move? You still okay, Ender?
Yes. I don't know what happened. Does anyone have anything to assist with that kind of?
What kind of spell? I didn't see shit.
I'm just gonna shrug it off and continue forward.
All
It's all
right.
in your head, Ender. There's other girls. I know Lathan is hot. Just keep moving.
She yells it from the
Ender's
back
going
of
to
the party.
swallow that truth and move forward.
As you continue on, you can see now, Ender, that the wall curves around after heading to the west a bit, and then it looks like it's curving back to the south. And as you look around, you can see now that the tunnel goes on for a very long time. A very long way. It stretches on beyond your dark vision. And I assume you're all taking the same formation, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
the one on the corner we gotta move through.
Sure.
Yeah, Zito's gonna keep moving ahead, or he's sending his ranger to keep moving ahead, and he's gonna notify the party ahead of time if there's ever a crossroads.
Okay. You don't see a crossroads. It continues on to the south. But the surface of the ground seems to be changing a bit in areas. There are patches of what looks like sort of like a white sand.
It's I don't know what's going on, but it looks like that we're coming up to a beach or a desert or something. So it looks like there's sand on the floor.
As I move forward, I'd like to look for traps, and more specifically, magic traps that turn you into hook horse.
Okay.
Quick side note, that was pretty cool. I like having access to a character sheet that helps me damage my party. I know that makes me sound like a traitorous bastard, but I mean it's RP reason.
Oh yes, always the RP reason, right?
In hindsight, I should have just started running down the hallway.
So you now see as you get closer to that dry sand that continues on, and you can see now that the ground appears to slope a bit. And you can now see that further ahead, you can see that about halfway down the sand seems to be moving. But the sand doesn't appear to be it's emanating from something, like it's coming up out of the dry cracked earth, constantly feeding this with sand, this slope, if you will. And the sand curves around, and you can see it appears to curve around to some sort of a drop off.
When you say drop off, do you mean that it just goes down, or that if I set foot on it, will I slide down this ramp?
It's pretty steep from where you're at now. You feel like if you continue about halfway down where the sand is running, that you might have some trouble with your footing.
I'm going to communicate this back to my team.
And Zito, you see that beyond, you see that this area opens up into a large chamber, and you see that there is a pool of some sort of murky substance, a large pool of potentially murky water in the middle of this room.
Does it look like that? Actually, Zito's gonna send the Raven into the room. Does it look there's like another hallway that it passes through?
You don't see any hallways. It's a large chamber, though. And you can see that in the midst of the murky substance, you see bits of, like, detritus, garbage.
But nothing moving in the water, correct?
Make a perception check. That's a natural 20.
Oh
my god, thank God. Zito, you're staying.
The
Prepare
surface,
yourself for next week.
the water, the murky substance, the water, it seems to kind of ripple, as does most ponds ripple from like movement under the surface. And as the Raven turns around and looks back towards the little drop off, you can see that the liquid seems to curve up the side of the drop off towards the edge of the drop off. But it doesn't look like running water. It just looks like water that's moving up a hill and stopping right at the drop off.
Alright. Zito is gonna send the Raven back towards the party.
Okay.
And he's gonna... Let's see here, he's gonna send the Raven away, that way he doesn't have to worry about it. And he's gonna... So it's like there's some strange phenomenon going on in the upcoming chamber. It looks like this water is flowing uphill. I never seen anything like it before.
Should we continue down, or should we turn around and head down another passageway?
I didn't find a passage leading out from that chamber, so I'll leave it up to you.
I'm gonna look back towards the party and maybe let the birthday boys just...
Well, I can fly up to 2 people, but I mean, if you want to take the chance, I don't know if anyone else can fly over the water.
Koratari can.
I hate flying.
Eli, I can't fly.
Well,
I can
Oh,
carry
right.
a couple people.
But Gunthrow can.
Hey, Koratari, you have some kind of broom you used to fly last time. Can you carry more than one person?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
You could technically carry a smaller person. Like, for
Oh.
example, a 2.5 foot tall kobold. Or a polymorphed
Let's go, Cody.
Auri.
Or,
Not you. No.
okay.
I mean, you could turn him into like a turtle and bring him.
I can't do that yet.
I've
Or else
done
I would.
enough polymorphing, thank you.
I can carry 2 people.
Well, then that would work.
Perfect. I'll pull up my soul sled. I can carry one more on this.
Do we have to fly though?
Unless you once you get into the water, that looks weird.
I mean, my last experience with water didn't go so well.
You don't think that water's okay? I can't jump in there and swim across?
No, I think this water is really strange. I wouldn't go in it if we can help it.
I can carry you and Ender. Or
Alright. I just
I
like
can
hop
huddle
right
up
on
to
up
Eli.
under his left arm.
Okay.
Well, then I can cuddle up to the birthday boy on this sled, and Katari can take Zito.
So you're all flying into the chamber?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
we can all together, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you're saying it like we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't, guys.
You know what? Yeah, let's go the other way now, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in there?
We have a strong
No,
sense.
we're going
from-
in there, Jeremy. Stop that. Stop allowing us to metagame. We're going in.
Also,
Okay.
the whole party has a feeling from above not to go in the room.
And I move
Unless
all of them into the
Jeremy,
room.
are we?
And I moved all of you into the room. Okay. You fly into the room, and your light sources fill up this chamber. You can see now that this very murky water, you can see skulls, bones littering the bottom of this substance. And you can see shiny things, coins reflecting the light from your light sources, all in the bottom of this murky substance, this murky water. And it's all across the bottom of this underground lake. And looking back now, you can all see from where you're located, you can see that this water, this liquid, is moving up along the dry bed and then up the wall right to the edge of where the drop-off is, where that sand is. You can see the sand, bits of sand are falling into it, and then just sort of cascading outward as it falls into the liquid.
Maybe we should go back.
What did you guys say?
Doesn't really seem like there's much a way out from.
Eli, as you get closer, you can see all these coins, silver coins, gold coins, just scattered all along the bottom of this liquid.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. You get a few hits, sort of scattered underneath the surface. You can feel different types of magic emanating from below the surface.
So I don't know how you feel about magic items, everyone, but There's some magic stuff down there in the water. We can leave it, or we could attempt to get it.
Did anyone hear that?
Are you speaking into your ring?
Yeah. Into the ring.
I'm not gonna lie, it's quite tempting, especially if there's something that could help us defeat Elric. But I'm quite sure.
Lithana, you see now just this overabundance of wealth, which is scattered along the bottom, similar to that of what you would see at like a wishing well, but an overabundance of glittering shining from underneath the surface of the water or the liquid.
What sort of items are there in this water?
You can see, besides the bones, you see a broken amphala. You see what looks like a cast-aside wash bin. You see a chair.
Watch out for that chair.
Watch my chair, jeez.
But I'm not getting a good feeling about this. There's way too many skulls in here for this to be anything good.
Yeah, the water's probably poisonous.
Zito is going to go up to the water's edge. He's going to cast Detect Thoughts to see if he can detect any other creatures in this room.
Can we see anything?
Out of a range of 30 feet.
You don't detect any thoughts of any sort. You do get an eerie feeling though, as if you are being watched. Even though you don't detect any thoughts, you do get a feeling as though you're being observed.
I'm gonna speak up to Gunny. Let's head out, everyone.
Gunthral suddenly lets forth a lightning bolt.
Oh no.
What are you aiming at there, Gunthral?
No, I was trying to click on a different target there.
Okay.
Alright, well... Zito is going to poke at the water with a stick and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Is there a skeleton remains or anything in the water?
You see, just looking around, Gunthral, you can see that there are odd bones, rib cages. Nothing intact, though. They all seem to be, like, spread out, all the bones. And, Zito, you got off of the broom and you went towards the water, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you get closer to the water and you begin to poke at it, what are you poking at it with?
I'm going to take my imbued staff and I'm going to poke it.
Poke it with your staff?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. You poke at the surface of the water, and the water just kind of like, it doesn't react like water. It's you poke it with your stick, and your stick goes into it like gelatin. And as you do,
Actually, we're already
some
out.
sort of
We're leaving.
rope-like some sort of rope-like thing comes emerging from the spot where you poked and attempts to slap you. And it just sort of whooshes over your head. And then the whatever it was went right back into the water. And let's see. Oh yeah, no, that's a 0. Lithana and Eli, are you? You said that you were still hovering below, correct?
Yeah, I'm hovering.
How close to the surface are you?
Like 25 feet.
25
Yeah.
feet? Okay.
There, yeah.
All right. You watch as suddenly there is this strange noise, and Ender,
We're flying out.
you're flying out. Unfortunately, you didn't have enough time to react. A 10-foot high cube emerges from the surface of whatever this is, and attempts to slap you, and hits you, dealing 14 acid damage to you as this gelatinous cube emerges from the water. I need you all to roll initiative. And I will roll for you, Kortari.
How do you hit Ender?
He was down and below, wasn't he? You didn't specify how far up, so I just went for whoever I thought was closest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Okay. This was a sneak attack. All
The
right.
whole thing is a cube.
Is Gunny still
Lathana,
holding me, or did Gunny drop me after I got hit?
that's up to Gunny.
Oh, I didn't drop him.
Gunny and Auri, you just watched Ender get slapped by what looks like a long runner of snot.
I'm just hugging on to Gunny, just terrified.
A booger elemental.
A booger elemental. And what do you do, Lathana? A 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide cube just sloughed out of this substance and reached out and slapped Ender.
Alright, I will turn towards it and with my bonus action cast Hunter,
Okay.
and then I will make my 3 attacks.
Alrighty. That is a natural one.
That's one.
Your arrow impacts into the creature and melts. Your second arrow whops into the creature and also begins to melt, but is sticking out of it like it impacted and did something.
What?
Your
How
third
did I get two
your
trouble?
third arrow impacts into the surface of the creature, and it seems to the surface of the creature is almost like landing in water from like 25 feet up. It's almost like a landing on concrete. It shatters the arrow as it impacts.
Does it seem like the one that hit it did damage?
You're not sure, actually. It's still stuck in the side of it, and where it hit, there's a little bit of a crater from this jelly-like substance that splatted off of it. But you can see now that it seems to be like reforming where it hit.
Oh gosh. Okay, I will end my turn.
All right, Kortari, it's your turn. You're on the broom. Zito stepped off to check out the water. What would you like to do?
I'm sharing the image of the.
Oh, of the cube?
Yeah, thank you.
That's kind of the situation we're in.
Maybe put it in Eberron needs heroes from now on, so we don't bother the other people who aren't playing this campaign.
We don't have everyone in here though.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's because Zito isn't officially a part of our team, even though he's going to be by the end of the night. God.
I invited more than one, so if you accept that Zito, you can put everything else in.
Alright, I joined.
Kortari will fly toward the cube and attempt to slash it with my longsword and take like a chunk off the corner.
Okay.
And
So
I'll slash it twice with my longsword.
Alrighty. So, Kortari, you rush forth on your broom, not stepping off of it, correct? And slash it with your longsword twice.
Yeah.
And each time you connect very hard and slash chunks of the gelatin mold off of it, it flying over and onto the ground, hearing the impact of it as it hits the dry cracked earth. But it seems to do some damage, but it's still sort of reforming itself from where you attacked. Would you like to do anything else?
I want to spend a key point and punch it.
Okay. I barely heard you, but I think I heard spend a key point and punch it.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Your first attack is a hit. Your knuckles are burning from touching the surface of it, but you impact it. Your second is a critical hit, and the gelatin just sort of explodes from your impact, creating a crater that immediately starts to reform itself.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, you're just going to stay there on your broom next to it?
Yes.
Okay. Zito, it's your turn. After watching the water attack you, and then turning around and seeing that this 10-foot wide cube is now attacking your friends, and Kortar has rushed forth and attacked it with her longsword and punched it and kicked it.
Alright, guys, hang on. Zito was going to dig into his pack and pull out a few impromptu. So he's going to pull out a few impromptu materials, and he's going to hastily build what looks like a bigger version of his firearm, and he is going to construct his Eldritch Cannon.
Okay. Zito suddenly pulls out all these different devices really fast, and suddenly has a cannon almost as big as him that he's aiming.
And he is going to instruct it to move 15 feet next to gun throw. And I'll need the cube to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, wait, I can do that.
True, you can target it and you can do that. And you said you wanted it next to it, or where did you want it? I'll just throw a token on the map. There you go, there's your turret.
I'm sorry, I meant to say next under.
Okay. And the gelatinous cube succeeds.
Alright, so I'll take half damage.
Okay. So there is this warbling sound and the sound of like something revving up, just sort of, and then a blast of energy emits from this thing into the side of the cube, shearing off a section of the gelatinous mass that immediately starts to try and reform itself. And Auri, it's your turn. You're just watching the strangest thing ever. A little walking cannon just clattered up like a spider or a crab towards the cube and blasted it. Something that Zito just seemingly constructed within 6 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to just try and entangle this thing.
Okay.
I don't know how to drag it from here.
I can drag it for you if you like.
Alright, yeah, that would probably be better because I can't figure it out.
Yeah, just click off your spell slot and I'll drag it on there for you. Does it have to do a save? I believe it has to do a strength check.
A creature in the area, you cast strength saving throw, yes, or it'll be restrained by entangling roots.
Okay. It rolled a 17.
Against my spell save.
So it's not restrained, however, it's still in that area of effect.
Okay. I'm just gonna end my turn.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay, so Zito, you have just a moment to look around and watch as you are suddenly... a cube moves over on top of you and attempts to engulf you.
No.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah. Yes. I forgot. Yes.
So let's see. Well, you. I'll take that. That's a succeed. You're not engulfed, so you're pushed back a few feet from the creature. And you also don't take any damage from it. You just sort of repulsed off of it as it was sort of warbling towards you. It's sort of a... And you just sort of like pinwheeled your arms back, remembering many, many months ago encountering something like this. And Eli, it's your turn.
Do I see that Zito is in trouble?
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna fly down. Let me see how much would you say me and Lafana weigh together on this thing?
That's up to y'all.
I mean, I know Eli's like really scrawny, so all of this stuff. What 150?
Your sword sled can only hold 2 medium-sized or smaller creatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can only carry one other person with you.
I'm going to.
I should also mention that it is after 10 now. So if you guys want to end soon, we can.
No.
I'm good. I'm enjoying. This is awesome birthday.
That's up to y'all. Group
My
consensus.
vote is no. Let's keep going, but
I'm good.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I'm free all day tomorrow, so I can keep going.
I'm off tomorrow as well. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that Zio's in trouble, and I'm going to reduce the size of the cube.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell. How's that work?
If he fails, he is reduced.
What's the
He
save?
won't reduce. Oh, hold on. It's a con.
Con save?
Yes. Wait, hold on.
It succeeded.
Okay.
No.
No. I tried.
Inspiration.
Yes.
Inspiration. Use your inspiration.
Yeah.
I will use my inspiration.
Mark it off your
there we
sheet
go.
and roll it again.
Yes. See if I can get this.
It fails.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, there we go. So now it's dinky. It's the size of Zito. Take that, and I will end my turn up in the air, far away from other
still
creatures.
Okay. Cube number 4 is going to attempt to engulf Koratari.
Can I pause real quick, guys? I just realized something. This is cube number 4. Anyways, let's go.
okay.
Oh.
Also, quick
Yeah.
side note: please add Zito to the Eberron
Okay.
Needs Heroes chat.
Koratari rolled a natural 1.
Isn't she flying now?
Oh.
She's next to it. She had to get next to it to attack it.
Okay.
So you all watch as Koratari is absorbed into the cube.
Ah.
Let's see. Koratari, you are absorbed into the cube. And you take 12 acid damage as the creature engulfs you. And you are restrained. And you'll be taking damage each turn until you get out of there. It's funny you mentioned that, Ender, because suddenly, from out of the surface of the liquid, another cube comes rushing like a tidal wave out of the murky liquid.
Oh no, he's right next to me.
Oh crap! I tried.
And Guthrow, it's your turn. All these cubes of gelatin are attacking your friends. And one of them is apparently trying to eat Koratari.
I'm gonna fly over this direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop Ender off of there.
Just drop me.
Okay. What about Auri?
I only need one hand free. If she wants me to drop her, I'll drop her.
I'm coming with you.
And then I shall cast.
Still hugging onto your midsection in fear.
I'll move to here.
Okay.
I cast a spell, Spirit Guardians.
Alrighty.
Radiant damage.
And Gunthroll, suddenly these spectral creatures emerge. You said they look like flying snakes?
Yes.
Flying snakes coalesce into being and begin slashing at the creatures.
Oh.
Good damage. That's 20 damage right there.
Yeah, it could have been better though.
Don't worry, your map's coming up.
And I will end my turn.
Okay. And Ender, it's your turn. You see Koratari floating in the middle of this cube. Her hand is sticking out and she's holding the broom of flying in her hand. It looked as though she was trying not to let that get sucked into the cube. But it looks like it's slowly starting to suck it into the cube.
I'm gonna take it out.
You want to use your action to take it?
No, I want to use my action to kill it.
Okay.
Not the broom, but the cube.
You could also use your action to try and pull her out.
Do I if I attack, will I hit Cora?
I would say it's big enough that you could hit it and not hit her.
That's what I'm doing then.
That is a hit as you slash at it with your weapon, carving off a slice of it. And that is also a hit. As you slash into the creature, its form sort of warbles and then just sort of turns into a mound, and Koratari is ejected from the body.
I'll catch her.
And Koratari, you are no longer restrained or taking that acid damage anymore.
Thank you, Ender.
Alright, now I'll end my turn right here.
Okay.
Underneath Eli. Right there.
So Eli, you flew down to the ground, right?
No.
Sir.
No, I can sit up 30 feet and cast my spells. I'm good.
Okay, so you did, because I could have swore you said you flew down to the ground.
Well, you
He
said I
actually-
couldn't. You
He
said I
that he
couldn't
flew
grab
as
them.
high up as high as possible.
You
Okay.
said I couldn't grab them, so I wasn't gonna fly down. I was asking
Okay.
if I was gonna grab. My original plan was to grab Zito and
Okay.
pull him away.
Well,
But you said I couldn't do that.
below you, you just watched as this acidic ooze just rose up out of the surface of this murky substance, trying to reach up towards you and Lithana,
And is assaulted by a bunch of flying snakes.
and is assaulted by a bunch of flying snakes. Has to make a save, and it failed. And it's your turn again, Ender.
Well, I'm attacking that cube.
Okay, go for it.
Its movement is also half.
That is a hit. I can't believe it's a hit. Even on a 4, he still hit. Ender got awesome, guys.
I know.
I don't know what happened.
It's the swords.
No, I think it's him. It's a combination of both. You carve into the creature in an X fashion, slash with your katana,
And I'd
carving
like to gain
chunks of it.
5 temporary health for that one. I'm down.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm up. I'm back. I recovered my spear, so I'm down to 2 of those attacks. Your turn. And my turn.
Okay. The gelatinous cube. Make a dexterity save, Ender.
I'm sorry, it's at the beginning of the round?
Yep.
They all take...
Well, at the beginning of its round, it takes damage. Not all of them. Beginning of each of their rounds, they take damage.
You want me to wait to the end just to do damage to all, or...?
Well, I might be able to get an attack off.
Oh, my dexterity saving?
So, yes, if you could drop that effect individually onto them, that would be great.
I got 9.
Okay. The creature rolls over the top of Ender, absorbing him. Ender, you take 6 acid damage, which is partially absorbed, and you are restrained. And Koratari, what would you like to do on your turn? You've just picked you're just sitting prone on the ground. You can pick yourself up with half of your movement. And your friend, you were in the cube, and now Ender's in the cube, and another cube.
Oh no. Wait, he's in a cube and another cube?
You're no longer in a cube, but Ender is in a cube.
So I will fly up to the cube and reach in and try to grab Ender and pull him out.
Okay. If you want to spend your action giving him... You can attempt to pull him out with a strength check.
Then I will do so.
Yep. I'll roll a strength check for you. And you reached in, sort of punched the creature, sort of a splorching noise, and you yank Ender out. And Ender, you are no longer restrained, and you can breathe again. And that was your action. Would you like to move or do anything else?
No, I'll just fly down to the ground and say.
Okay. Eli, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Eli looks at the situation. He's he's gonna hold his concentration because I'm not gonna let Zito get sucked into the cube, but I'll fly away. I'll go into. I hear
Okay.
myself say. Still 25 feet up.
Still 25 feet up.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't grab onto you because the cube is in the way. Let me move him for a moment. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
And I will end my turn right there to give Lithana a better shot.
Okay.
These cubes.
Well, it's not Lithana's turn, actually. It's cube number 5's turn.
What?
Koratari needs to make another dexterity save. And it'll take damage. I heard you, Gunthral.
And he also has half movement, too.
Yep, and he can still get to her.
I'm just glad we didn't go swimming.
It fails. It enters into your field of flying spectral snakes that slash into its form. Koratari, you take a dexterity save and you do a backflip away from the creature as sort of like a not again in your head.
Yeah.
And Lithana, it's your turn.
Alright. I will shoot right between Ender and Koratari. Well, actually, I'll try to do the one by Koratari.
Okay.
Can I get to? Since we're up so high.
What are you trying to do?
Can I just shoot it without hitting her?
Yeah, it's 10 foot tall, so you could totally hit it and it would get any kind of cover.
Alright. I would shoot my arrow. Yes.
And
I will.
your arrows impact into the surface of the gelatinous body of this creature. One after another, smacking into it and creating craters as this gelatinous acidic ooze flies off of the side of its body.
And that's the end of my turn, and I guess I will try to inspire Eli somehow and give him another kiss on the cheek,
Okay.
hoping something happens. She doesn't understand.
Is that the end of your turn, Lathana? I will say that kissing him is your free action interacting with the environment.
She doesn't know that.
Okay. All right, on the cube number 1's turn, it's going to attempt to... It'll take some damage. And it will attempt to engulf Zito. Zito, make another dex save.
No.
But once again, as it moves forward, attempting to get you, Zito, it pushes you back. You are repulsed slightly, as it is not able to grab a hold of you. Zito is incredibly dexterous, guys.
I'm not going through this again.
And it's your turn.
Alright. Zito is going to... Yes, I know. Zito's going to take his action, disengage.
Okay.
And he's going to move all the way behind Eli and Lathana.
Okay. Oh, that's closer. Nope. He walks into the gelatinous cube.
Alright, and as my bonus action, I'm going to have my cannon move to where Zito was.
Okay.
And he's going to fire off another wave of fire at those two cubes.
Go for it. You just hear the sound of like as the thing skitters across the dry, cracked earth, and then that one of them fails, one of them succeeds. As this gout of flame blasts into the side of these gelatinous creatures. Our, it is your turn. You're currently being held within the air by Gunthral.
Okay. I'm going to drop down from him and use my bonus action to wild shape into a polar bear.
Okay. Auri does a 3-point stance and lands as a bear.
Did it take my action to let go of Ari's grip or Gunny's grip, or
if he's willing, he lets you go. You drop down.
Okay, so I will multi-attack this gelatinous cube then.
Okay.
I need polar bear. It's a little different from my brown bear I've been using.
All right. Let's see. Polar bear.
Some really cool artwork, by the way.
Go. Right?
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Auri suddenly turns into a polar bear.
Okay, and I bite it first.
It's like biting a giant jello mold. It burns as you bite into it.
And I'm gonna attack it with my claws and tragically miss.
That's a natural one. White girl drinking jello shots, indeed.
And
All right, and I believe that's Gunthral's turn, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, sir.
Okay.
I'll target gelatinous cube number 1, and I shall cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. That is a natural 20. Gunthril suddenly just, with one arm extended, casts it out, palm facing out. These arc of arcane energy blast the creature, blasting a quarter of its mass away. And it's slowly trying to reform itself.
And I shall stay where I'm at.
Okay. Tiny little cube number 2 will take more damage on the beginning of its turn.
I like it.
And the spectral snakes passing through the gelatinous form, you just hear the wet smacking noises as they're entering the creature's body and then erupting out the side, spraying acidic ooze across the surface of the water. And the creature is going to rush forth and attempt to engulf your little Eldritch Cannon. Does the Eldritch Cannon have a specific dexterity save?
It's just a straight 10.
Straight 10? Okay, it fails.
Oh, sorry, it'll be a 16, unless you already rolled it.
No, I didn't. Oh, so it's not.
Yep.
It's repulsed
It's just
back.
like a stat of 10.
All right. There you go. It's repulsed back. Not taking any damage. And Koratari, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You've got oozes in your face. Ender's got an ooze in his face. It's sort of a wall of jello shots in front of all of you.
Ooh,
Not the kind of shot that I would drink, though, or try to eat.
I just stick a giant straw into the ooze and just do it. I will fly up over the cube to the other side of it and walk it twice as well.
I heard a giant straw. And I heard something about flying.
I'm going to fly over the cube to the other side of it and slash it twice with my longsword.
Okay.
Again.
I will say that if you stayed within 5 feet of it as you did so, you did not break and take an opportunity attack. So Goratari, you're attacking it twice with your longsword.
That is true.
Alright, your first hits. Your second attack also hits. I would just like to mention that that was a 3. She rolled a 3 plus 7. Did you want to spend a key point and attack 2 more times?
Yes, I would like to do that.
Alright, slapping the jello. I like it. Koratari slaps the jello twice and nearly rolls a crit. And
Jiggle.
it's just jiggling. Your hands are burning a little bit. Auri, it's your turn.
She's in the bathroom right now.
Okay, we'll hold her attack. Gelatinous cube number 3 is going to attempt to engulf you again, Ender. Roll a dexterity save.
You got it.
That is a fail.
I'd like to inspire myself.
Go ahead.
It's Derek's birthday.
Well, you do have that inspiration. You could burn it.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you passed. So you just sort of walk backwards as sort of like a as this thing comes straight at you. Auri, if you're back, would you like to take your attack?
I'm here, yeah. I'll go ahead and just multi-attack it.
Go for it. And Gunthril, did you drop your concentration?
It's not letting me target it for some reason.
That's weird.
It is control, correct?
Yeah, control left click. Click on your target, click on, and then control left click. All these attacks and hits, they're hitting this jello mold. Just sort of warbling as the creature
I
is...
just bared out at him.
I should mention you were attacking the wrong gelatin. I'm just kidding.
I am?
No, I'm kidding.
scared me.
That's your turn.
That
Gelatinous
is the end of
Cube.
my turn.
Number 5 is going to attempt to slap Koratari with its pseudopod. And it hits her. And Koratari, you take 11 acid damage as you are slapped by a ring of snot that comes emerging from this giant cube. And you can attack that creature with your damage there. That's a failure. And you know what? I'm gonna say that it didn't do that damage because you should have died before it. So let's see, that's 11. So I'll take that 11 damage off of Koratari. There we go. See the giant tombstone? Is that showing up for you guys or no?
Nope, Z.
Oh, well, you'll see it if you watch the video. Alright, it's dead. Very dead. And now it's your turn, Guthrie.
I shall. Alright, target Tiny.
And it fails. It rolled a -1 for its save. And there's that discordant bong as the surface of the creature reverberates.
And I shall end my turn.
Alright. Eli, it's your turn. Birthday boy.
Eli looks at the battlefield. I'm gonna shoot at Gelatinous Cube 3 with a firebolt. Yeah.
Okay. That is a hit. As you arc your arm out like throwing a softball, and fire splashes into the side of the acidic jello creature. Tiny is going to once again try to engulf this little eldritch cannon. Go ahead and roll another dex save for it, Zito.
One moment.
At disadvantage? Okay, yeah, cool. The cube has disadvantage, sorry.
Okay. The cube had disadvantage on what?
Engulfing it.
How so?
The tininess makes it have a disadvantage on strength save or strength check.
It's not making a strength check. Zito's creature is taking a dexterity save, which it rolled a 2 on.
Oh, okay. I thought it worked differently.
No worries. Okay, how many hit points does your cannon have, Zito?
It has 2 hit points left.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It's at 9. Alright, so it will have 11 hit points left.
Has 11 hit points?
Yes.
Alright. It now has 4 hit points left. As it is sucked into this your tiny Eldritch Cannon is sucked into this tiny gelatinous cube. Its little legs are sticking out of the side of it. It's twitching. And
Jeremy, I think there's a confusion. His cannon has 20 hit points. I think he looked at my damage I did.
Oh. Okay.
So it had 20 minus whatever damage you did.
20 minus 7. So it has 13 hit points left. And Zito, it's your turn.
Okay.
We'll have to create an NPC for your cannon going forward, Zito. Since apparently you're joining Eberron Needs Heroes.
Yeah, if you guys want me, I'll stay. But Zito's gonna pick a spot between all 3 of those gelatinous cubes. He's gonna cast Shatter at 4th level.
Okay.
Let me double check to see if I have everything targeted, because I
think you're
probably have to
missing
target
number
my
1. And I think that's also going to hurt your Eldritch Cannon, right? Or can you not target it?
It'll hurt it.
Okay. Ari, you can never leave us. I see some successes and 1 failure. and one of the gelatinous cubes now splats.
All right, and my turret is also
Gone.
done for.
Okay. Well, you can still roll damage to see if it hit. It's 5d8.
It would have taken 25.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's dead. Oh yeah, it's dead. So within the tiny gelatinous cube, the little robot cannon just sort of twitches and then implodes inside of the gelatinous cube. You just see legs floating, carapace floating. And Lithana, it's your turn.
Okay, I will try to hit the one that's after Ender.
Okay.
And here.
I think if you don't kill it, he's going to kill it. That's most definitely a hit. And your arrow carves a line straight down the middle of the creature, and like a piece of bread being sliced, the two halves fall on either side, splatting and then spreading out. Quite dead.
Wow, that was really satisfying. And I will attempt to hit Tiny.
That is also a hit. You knock an arrow and fire it at Tiny. It's hanging on for dear life. It's little, but it's trying, dang it.
Really wish I could throw another bit, but that will end my turn.
Okay. Ender, it's your turn.
I'm gonna finish off the tiny.
Go for Tiny.
Tiny slime. Here I go.
Tiny slime. That is a hit. So you slash with your greatsword and carve this little creature in half. And you, my friends, are out of combat.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh!
Are we glad we didn't swim?
Fly over the water with my serpent stalk.
Okay. As you do, how long does that last, by the way? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. You all watch as
Fair enough.
Gunthro flies over the surface of the water with his spectral snake still active. And you just see the surface of this murky water being like just a deluge of spectral snakes hitting it. But you don't notice any movement or anything else.
But the snakes are attacking the surface.
The snakes are attacking the surface of the water, that's correct.
Alright, then we should back out.
And you all receive 321 experience for that.
Is this
That was
water?
awesome.
I'm gonna cast a spell called Animate Dead on one of the skeletons,
Okay.
and then have it go into the water and retrieve all the items.
So how does Animate Dead work? Does it put a body together?
Choose a pile of bones or a corpse of a
Okay.
medium or small humanoid within range.
Alright, well in that case... Give me 1 second.
Can I draw the skeleton?
Well,
Holy
we're...
crap. That's a good spell. It becomes an undead servant.
Yep. For 24 hours, I believe. And then I can reanimate it. Yep.
There you go.
Zito's gonna collect his scrap pile of a cannon. He's gonna put it back in his bag.
Okay. Alright, so you send the send Skelly into the water?
Yep. I'll gather all the material.
Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Alright, let's see. Give me 1 second while I get all the stuff that you guys got.
Yes.
It's a lot. Okay, so... I'm just going to drop all these things into the party loot. Did we decide on who the parties?
I think there were 3 votes for Ari,
Okay.
but Ari, can you carry all that?
Can I carry all of that? Probably not. Unless I'm in bear form.
I can carry everything.
Well, we can take one of the people that have the bag of holding.
All right. So
Well, my thought was we don't really need. I mean, we can divide. I guess now what we have 7 people. Divide the party loot into 8, and that party will be the 8th, and that's where we spend, like food and like lodging for our party and transportation.
You mean the actual gold?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. That's what my understanding was as well.
all right. So it takes a little while because Skelly only has 2 hands. But he piles on the ground in front of you, after counting it, 2,200 gold, 9,000 silver pieces, 500 copper pieces, 160 platinum pieces, 2 chunks of amber, 2 amethysts, a piece of jade, and 2 tourmalines.
And a birthday card.
And a birthday card from Skelly that says "You're welcome."
There's glitter on it as well.
Burn it.
Why don't we just split all the wealth and leave all the gems for selling or identifying as party loot?
I don't need the gems anymore. We learned that it doesn't consume a gem mark. So I only need 1 gem.
Yeah, I refunded and then distributed
Yeah.
2,000 gold to everyone.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't consume it unless it says. So that's cool.
Because if we just leave the gems in there, that'd be 2, 4, 6, 700 gold that we'll have in the party.
And then we want to divide the gold into 8 that we found. I don't know if you can do that, Jeremy, easily. I don't.
Wait, you want to
Like,
divide it into 8? There's only 7 of you.
Yes, but the 8th person would be the party treasure, where we.
Well,
No, that's not how that works. The treasure is the one that divides it up amongst you. So right now, all of this wealth would be being counted by the treasurer. So essentially, what's in the party sheet right
What he
now
means-
belongs to the treasurer.
What he means is, the 8th person is going to be. That's not going to be an actual person. It's just going to stay in party loot to be spent on taxis and things that is for the. So think of it
Yeah.
like a party account.
Yes.
If you
Well-
listen as I suggested, just split all the coins and leave all the gems for the party. You know what I'm saying? Because that's still 700 gold that's going to the party fund.
We still got to pay for cabs and stuff with actual money. That's the
Well,
only thing.
how about this? The treasurer, whoever you elect, does that math. Okay? To make it a little easier on your DM who's running everything.
Sure.
Well, if you count the
Could you-
skeleton as a party member right now,
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
not how that
see.
works.
well, no,
Now
and
you're
you
gonna make me
divide
do
everything.
math.
That's how
Well,
you-
Skelly is the intern. He doesn't get paid for anything.
Yeah.
No, you're missing the point. If you
Oh.
make him a party member, he gets 1 portion of loot, i.e., 8 different portions. And then what's left on the skeleton, we put back into the party.
You're still asking Auri to do math because I can't add a skeleton to the parties.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we make a dummy NPC, like a dummy character sheet?
A dummy character sheet that is the treasurer? Absolutely, we can
Yeah.
do that. How about this? I'm gonna create one right now.
Because that would be because that's how you can divide
I'm
into
gonna
8.
I'm gonna call it.
I like Zito so much that
Treasurer.
can you name him Beto?
However, you must understand that that I have to delete this every single time I give you guys an experience points.
Oh, that's
So,
crap.
all right, name him Beto, and I guess I'll do the fucking math for it. Wait, okay. Oh wait,
No,
how much?
hold on. I can do it right now. All right, let's see. Treasurer is not letting me do it.
How much gold did we just make?
Like a lot.
Like, how much is a lot?
Well, the platinum's easy. It's 20 platinum each.
Mm.
Okay, here we go. I got it. I figured it
Okay.
out.
Can't you
Alright.
select who gets what do you call it, experience? Or is it just automatically put it on?
It
everyone?
automatically puts it on there.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that means that... there-
275 per person?
I still have to do the math, you guys, so...
Oh, really?
Excuse me.
275 per person, but then, like, I don't know how much CP or PP is.
CP is copper. CP is platinum. It's
Okay, got that. Alright. All done. Now I will
Oh, nice.
Now I will delete treasurer from the party.
oh, thank you.
Oh, see, he knows.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Making
Appreciate it.
workarounds. There we go.
Yes.
Now the question is, and this is where I don't think you guys are thinking of this. Who's carrying the party's coins? Because technically that should be going to one of you.
Oh.
Because
What?
you know, it doesn't just float around. I think for all intents and purposes, I'll say yes. It's. I'm not going to force you guys to figure out who that is. Just designate whoever the treasurer is will carry around that extra money, and I'll just keep it in the party loot.
Okay.
So whoever ends up becoming the treasurer, we'll say, is carrying that money.
Okay, that works.
All right. It is 10:44 right now, guys. How much longer would you like to go?
It's up to everybody.
I'm good for a bit.
I'm
Okay.
good for a bit.
I can probably go till like 11:30.
Yeah, let's settle on an end time for now.
Okay.
And if everyone's cool with that, we'll go to 11:30.
Alright. Yeah,
Yep.
that works.
Yeah, that's good.
Jennifer.
If
Yeah,
Jen-
that's fine.
Okay.
She's a quiet bean.
She's a quiet bean. I would just like to mention that on my screen I can see treasurer. I'm gonna have to make a token of just a pile of treasure and give it to the treasurer as its token.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I think I can do that right now. Nope.
Can we just make it the Mr. Moneybags from Monopoly?
What the?
And can you give me control of the skeleton?
There should be a sheet down there. You might not be able to move them on the screen. Hold on a second. There you go. You should be able to move them now.
Oh, nice.
I should mention that he may have trouble getting up that wall, so you might need to pick him up.
Okay.
Is everyone ready to go back? I think this is a dead end.
Emphasis on dead.
Mm-hmm.
Emphasis on end. Ender says.
This isn't exactly the time for puns, guys. Let's.
Yes.
Hey, we just fought a great victory. There's time for.
Exactly.
How is everybody feeling after last week? Does this raise y'all spirits a little bit?
I'm
Yeah.
feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. I'm glad to have another new player who is very cool and very awesome.
I should mention that your new player who's awesome is 2 levels higher than you guys.
That's fine.
It's alright, we'll level quick.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Jeremy? You feeling better?
Oh, I was feeling great last week too, so yeah. It's all good. I should also mention that you guys have like basically covered like 10% of this map, so I think we're going to be playing in this map for a while.
That's awesome.
You know what? I like what I've seen so far. So.
I second that.
All right. What would you guys like to do now?
Fly up here. Back in
Before we
formation.
do,
Yeah, back in
before we do
formation.
anything, Zito's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Katori.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna nod my bare head up and down at Katari. hoping that she understands that I mean that Zito is pretty alright.
I think we should keep him around.
Alright. I found the perfect token for your treasurer.
Is it a mimic?
It is not. This is a throwback, guys. I don't know if it'll show up, actually. Oops. That's what I get for trying to be clever.
Is everyone feeling better?
I could use a little something. As in healing.
He hands Lithana 2 healing potions.
There you go.
Oh.
In honor of Zara's pet, there is a non-combatant floating space hamster following the party. A spectral fey space hamster.
What?
So what you're saying is our treasure looks like the cover of a 6th grader's Trapper Keep?
Yes.
Kind of makes sense.
Alright, so you guys are healing up and getting yourselves all situated?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta grab the potions out of the party.
We're all just going to head back towards the circular room.
If you want, I can just drop everybody off over there. Say you made your way back.
Yes.
Okay.
I also stop everyone from walking over the Akor trap that I marked on them.
Would you like me to scout ahead again?
Yes, if you can.
As long as I have the materials to keep summoning my familiar, I can do this all day.
Oh, awesome.
I can carry him around.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I would just like to mention, if you guys want to take a quick break, you can.
While we break, could you put Zito into the Eberron Needs Heroes chat?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Boom.
Perfect.
So you all head back. Anybody still here?
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, we'll wait until everybody else who did take a break comes back.
Okay.
I think Ender went to go get me snacks. I might join him in that endeavor. I'll be right back.
What's this kobold thought that Ari posted earlier in the...
Kobold thought? He thick?
Oh.
Oh my god. I just realized that.
What's that?
I now understand why you guys are talking about she thick.
I just saw it too.
Really? Well, this has been pretty epic.
Yes, Jeremy, I so thank you for putting this together. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
you gave Derek the best gift. You know, Derek doesn't really care about material things. He likes virtual things. That's what he wants for his birthday. fictional.
Storytelling. That's what I like.
Nah, fictional.
Fictional loot it is.
And blood, plenty of blood.
Blood.
Yeah.
Zito, you did notice that there are some sort of runes on the surface of that puzzle box.
They look at it. I can make out any of those ruins.
Let's see. Let me look at your languages that you know. Because you know a lot. Unfortunately, you don't know this language.
May I take a look at that, Zito?
Yeah, just be careful with it. While we're I guess we're taking a quick breather in this center room. Zito will hand Eli the pyramid.
I will look at it and realize I don't have the spell prepared, so I hand it back.
Can I use my researcher ability and see what kind of language it is?
How's researcher work?
Give me a second while I read it.
No worries.
Alright, so it tells me where I can find the information as to where to read this. Or,
So it tells you where to, what library, your local library to go to?
yeah, so it'll tell us like where, or like if there's like a quest that we can do to find something that can decipher the pyramid, it'll tell us something like that.
Okay. You're pretty sure that if you were back at the Order of Orion, you'd be able to figure this out no problem in their library.
If only we were in Sharn, though.
If only.
I don't like the way you said that, Jeremy.
What?
Yeah, I know. I wonder where we
Zito.
are.
It looks like you feel like
Yes?
you may be onto something. What have you learned?
I learned that I have no idea what this pyramid says, but if we go back to the library in Sharn through the Impectu Arcanum, I'm sure that we can find something that will be able to tell us what this says.
Sharn, you say? I think that other members of my party want to go back there at some point. Maybe if we stuck together, we could get back there, figure out what this pyramid's about.
Hey Zito, is there any chance you remembered how you or who gave you this thing?
No, I have no recollection of ever picking this pyramid up. As I said before, I didn't have this pyramid when I was on this ship, but when I came through after passing out, I noticed that I had this in my hand.
Do you think someone could have mind controlled you or convinced you otherwise? Or what's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember was...
I can tell you
This
what the last
voice
thing you
would-
remembered was.
Please do.
What's the last thing I remember?
Zito, you... last thing you remember was seeing a floating 3x5 card and a hand reaching through it towards you.
Did the card say "Happy Birthday, Derek"?
No, but that sounds very familiar to two of you.
Are you going to tell us about it, Zito?
As well.
It's okay. Take your Take your time. If it's hard to remember, it's all right. Just try your best.
All I remember was this voice saying, free. Give me a second while I
voice.
recall this information.
Do you recall this voice, or have you heard it before?
It wasn't free, it was, submit. Submit to Clotters?
Plotters?
Calderis.
Calderis.
Plotters, yes. I know this name.
And Zito, you remember a very pasty elven man holding up a card to you, knocked on your door, and presented a card to you, and a hand reached out from the surface of the painted card, and that was the last thing you remembered.
Do I have any knowledge of Calderis?
Make a history check. Lathana, a cold chill runs down your spine.
First
No.
of all, you said this was a pale elven man. Did he have blonde hair?
No,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's bald.
No.
He wears glasses. No beard.
It's weird.
It's baby smooth.
The name
Zay.
almost sounded familiar, but then I was like, wait a minute, that was just the guy I came across as a merchant one time, and his name was Kildarin, and I'm sorry.
Was a thin, pasty elven man with long platinum blonde hair, wearing fine clothing, a single glove on one hand with diamonds running down the arm.
Do you tell this to us?
Yeah, I'll relay this information.
Bethana looks at Eli and the rest of the party. Well, I guess at least that's confirmation that he was on the ship.
Are we
Yeah,
even on the ship at this point?
that's what I was gonna say. How do we get back?
Well, the pyramid thing got us here. Zito's gonna use his magic item analysis and use identify on this pyramid.
Okay.
Zito, please be careful. I don't want you to be teleported somewhere else.
So, you get a sense that this is indeed a magical item, but it's of a type of magic that you have never encountered before. In fact, it's of a school of magic that, for all intents and purposes, doesn't have a name. It appears to be incredibly old. It resembles a phylactery, as was shared amongst you earlier when you were all investigating it. And there is some sort of a empty crystal vial within it, which, giving a look at it, appears to have a few stray drops of what looks like blood, your blood, presumably, within it. And you have a distinct memory that when you held it before when you saw these individuals walk into your room, for a split second, you remembered that vessel being filled with blood.
This is incredible. I mean, after all my years of studying magic, I've never seen magic like this.
What do you mean? Is it harmful?
I haven't the slightest idea. I mean, this magic doesn't belong to any school of magic that we know of in Sharn.
All right. Well, until we know for sure, let's limit touching it.
Zito's gonna put it back in his bag.
Okay.
Yes. And I learned from my masters. They said stay away from those types of magic. So
What type of magic, Eli?
the magic of the unknown. But I always like to test out the new things and try new magics. But I think it's dangerous.
It's true. As far as I've known, Eli knows every type of magic. If this is one he doesn't know, then I'm certainly afraid of it.
That vial in the pyramid, it was full of blood when you guys came in here, or came into the room. But now there's only a few drops left.
So
I
you
wonder
assume
I wonder if it's using that blood to power itself.
with your damaged hands, do you think it was your own blood that may have powered it before?
I think so.
Well, I think it's safe to say that that pyramid brought us to this place. Do we think it can bring us back?
I don't know. As I said, I can't read anything that's inscribed on this pyramid.
Well, if that's our theory, Cito, I'll take the damage instead of you. You've already done it once.
Are you sure?
I am.
Should we test it or try to explore another way out before we actually revert to messing with that?
Are we sure one of these routes is going to take us out? The last one was a dead end.
That's true. I guess if it brought us here, like you said, Katari could bring us back, but that would mean that we would have to understand how it works, and I have no clue.
I'm going to approach Zito. Zito, you said there was a statue here with some kind of an item? What direction was that?
Guys. I
That's
think
in
we
the
better
direction
move.
that Gunther was hiding behind.
I suggest we go that way.
I suggest we move away from these noises.
All right, but stick closely knit. And if it doesn't matter to the rest of you, let's keep that object towards the back of the group.
All right, same marching order.
Sure.
Or should we send the skelly first?
Yeah.
Yeah, the skeleton.
The skeleton can't. It can't convey any information, so I'll send my raven out.
Okay. You follow a very familiar path with your raven, and you see that statue you saw before. Do you continue towards it like you did before?
Yes.
Okay. You continue. Raven goes straight towards the statue and the shiny object on its chest, and there's a brilliant flash of light, and it's gone. Your raven is gone.
We shouldn't go this way.
What do you see?
Whatever happened,
What happened?
it's the statue is still activated. I think it's obliterating anything that comes down this way.
Is it destroying it?
I can't see. It's just a blinding white light, and my familiar is gone.
Can we go around the corner?
What if it was some sort of teleportation.
Yes, could it be a way out?
Without using my material components, I'll see if I can try and summon my familiar again.
Okay. How many times can you do that?
If the familiar isn't dead, I can do it as many times as I need to.
Okay, it's died twice.
Alright, so then I would have to use my material components to cast it again.
Okay.
So
So to
yes,
answer your question,
it's
whatever
dead.
that was killed your familiar twice.
Yes.
So it's definitely dead.
Then perhaps you're right. We should avoid that statue at any cost.
So are we turning around?
I'd say we should explore the other remaining pathways before we go back to this way.
East it is.
Okay. Avengers assemble.
Alright.
So looking to the north, you see that the tunnel widens and continues on. And then same thing to the south. The tunnel continues on to solid wall.
Want to take the larger path?
Zito, which way do you think we should go?
I don't know, I didn't explore this place, but if I had to guess, I would say north.
Well, let's go north.
Okay.
Agreed. Let's go.
As you creep around a corner, Ender, looking down the pathway of your dark vision, you see a couple of individuals at the end of the path. Two individuals currently. Looking back, and they seem to stop when you stop.
Do they look friendly?
I tell my group.
Well, it's pitch black. You don't have a light source to see. So all you can see is gray shapes. You going forward?
How far ahead is
Yeah.
it?
Ender, as you head forward, one of the individuals begins heading towards you. And then, not too soon afterwards, the second one begins moving as well to the side of it. And then a third emerges from behind you, a bit taller than that one. And they are creeping forward towards you in the dark with the same, seemingly at the same pace. And now you see more of them as they emerge from around the corner. Does any of you have a lantern?
I just turned it on.
Okay. You see yourselves. It's a mirror.
I'm going to turn around and go south instead. And I
Okay.
let my team...
When you turn around, Gunthral, you see that the image of Ender does not turn around. In fact, it stares at Ender with a wicked smile on its face. And then it turns
Oh.
around. And then Ender noped all the way to the end of the dungeon.
Did Ender notice it, or?
Yeah, I noticed it. I just turned around and walked away.
Ender, Why are you still looking at me in this mirror?
Oh no, it only did it for a moment, and then it turned away and walked away like Ender did.
Rude.
All of the rest of them are staring at all. As you're staring at your reflections, they're all smiling. Even if you're not smiling, they're smiling.
I'm gonna cast a message to one of it.
Okay.
Hello. Can you reply to this message?
Hello. Can you reply to this message?
Mm-hmm.
Cortari puts her hand up and starts kind of waving it back and forth to see what happens.
Your reflection waves back towards you, but it's holding one of your darts as it's doing so. It's a slightly different. Similar but different. Eli, you receive a message.
Alright.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Ender and Skelly and Gunthro leave. Your 5 reflections are still there, though. Or you just say, what's your name?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Eli. What's your name?
I am the true Eli. What is yours?
I
Who
am
are
the
you?
true Eli. What is your name?
I'm gonna stand right next to Eli and stare at the other Ari too.
The other Auri is covered in blood and is wearing a tattered dress.
Are any of you holding the lantern?
No.
And Auri, you see what you saw in your dream standing next to you.
Okay, so I get a little freaked out and I kind of hide behind Eli.
And as you begin to move away and look away, it draws a bow and points it at you.
I'm gonna completely hide as much as I can behind Eli.
You hear a sound of a bowstring being pulled taut, and then the sound of impacts and screams.
Eli, do you see that? Please,
and
no!
Cries. And now you don't see the reflection of your friends. All you see is your reflection, bloody, running away from a burning city.
Eli, do you see it?
See what? What do I see? Do I see anything?
You see yourself, but you've got a kind of a sly, smart-ass smile on your face.
Hmm.
And you see a cloaked shape where Lithana is, getting closer to the reflection of Auri, and then putting its hands on her shoulders.
Please, Eli, he's gonna hurt me!
Can I cast Firebolt at it?
Sure you can.
I want to cast Firebolt at the cloak figure.
Go for it.
Which?
You could just cast your fireball. I'll tell you what happens.
All right.
Okay.
17.
Roll your damage. You take 10 fire damage as the bolt reflects off of the surface and hits you. Eli's blasted back by his own magical attack. Auri, you are now seeing yourself running through a dark forest. Shapes in the distance, in the brush, running after you.
Oh God, no! Eli, please!
Can I pick her up?
I'm gonna announce to my team, guys, let's go.
Can I pick her up? And I want to move away from it as fast as I can.
Auri, you
Let's
see
stay together.
you see the cloaked individual reach out and grab and pick you up, and begin running with you.
No!
And all you see as you bend around the corner is the terrified, blood-soaked face of yourself as you stare at the image of yourself running around the corner, and then the image is gone. The remaining members of the party standing within See Zito, but Zito's not orange. He's sort of a pasty white colored scales, and his eye sockets are empty.
No, 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 no! What happened?
Koritari, you don't see yourself at all. You see some sort of strange insect-like creature floating and flying.
You're safe now. We're away from it. I think there's some type of weird magic. Strange.
I'm gonna like grab at Eli's face just to make sure it's Eli.
It is Eli, but beyond Eli, you see someone running towards you from the dark.
Who's that? Who is it? Who is it? Eli, who is that?
As they get closer, you see it's Lafana. It's not the cloaked individual. She has a look of worry on her face as she looks at you.
Are you okay?
What happened in there? I can't go back. Please, just let's not go back that way.
We don't have to.
And there are like two. I believe there's only 3 other ways that we can go.
Zito, have you always looked this way?
I mean, I've always had my eyes, and yes, I was always orange.
Okay, my brain's just playing tricks on me. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I forgot to
mean
mention. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention. Gunthroll was not Gunthroll. Gunthroll was a giant snake with feathers.
I didn't mean to make a scene, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I saw something and I got really terrified and I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
What did you see?
It's okay. It was just my imagination. And let's just continue to figure out where we are and get back to the ship and we'll be fine.
Well, I guess we'll take this passion south then.
Okay,
Huh?
south it is. Let's just not go north again, please.
Ari, if you see it again, let me know. I will try to stop it.
I will. If you don't mind, I'm gonna stick by your side. I know you have a little bit more experience with sensing things before they come than the rest of us.
So you're all moving forward?
Yes.
Alright, now I'm gonna stick by Eli's, next to Eli instead of in the back.
Okay. So as you turn, you see that the path continues on. Widens in places. Yet another section of wall that turns north.
Is this grid north, or is this the actual direction north?
I'm just saying north because, that's the direction that the tunnel is moving. I assume the Skelly is continuing on with Ender?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want, I will move
The
everyone.
whole party should be. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and move everyone for you. Kortari, Cedo, Lathana. And continuing on, the pathway continues. And ends at yet another wall. And you see Ender, as you turn around the corner with Skelly by your side, The pathway branches westward. And what are the rest of the group doing? You're all just following it within the same formation?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm keeping an ear out for any creature.
Just listening for that sound that you keep hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of mortified with myself staying as close to Eli as I can because I'm just terrified.
Gotcha. All right. Ender, as you step forward about 20 feet, Guthril and Skelly watch as Ender goes shoot and disappears from sight as you fall into a pit, Ender.
Oh gosh.
That's why you should let him go first.
You take, let's see, 8 bludgeoning damage. And then you take 12 piercing damage as you land face first onto spikes at the bottom of this pit. Make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. And you take 10 poison damage.
Oh.
And you are at the bottom of this pit now. Your body like a pincushion stuck all over. A spike sticking in your cheek, spikes sticking in different areas as you are stuck to this as like a pincushion.
Ender? Ender?
You all just kind of heard Ender just sort of go woof. And then an impact. A sound of squelching as these spikes entered his body. And you can now see this 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit.
No, what happened?
Did you just send Skelly into the pit?
I thought they were walking side by side.
Oh, okay, well in that case, Skelly is very dead.
Yep.
Can we
wasn't gonna
please
stop you
go
from going.
home?
What would you all like to do?
Ender, are you okay? Are you alive?
Ender is very much awake. He's just in a lot of pain right now.
Was this a trap that I fell in? Did I not have any reflex or anything?
Can we tell?
You didn't notice that there was a trap there in essentially a very thin membrane covering this pit, and you fell right through.
Can we tell where like the edge of the trap is to try and help him up without falling into it ourselves?
Yeah, or it's right there where Gunthrow and Eli are standing. It's like a 20-foot long, 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit.
I'll pull out another patch from my robe. 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
Rip it off.
I would also.
That's a helpless feeling. I didn't get to roll or anything against that.
Yeah, it's a trap. Usually you don't. Unless you notice it.
I didn't even get to roll to see if I noticed it.
Right, I was using your passive perception.
Sweet.
What was that?
I tossed on the rope to Ender.
I climb up the rope.
Okay. With the assistance of your friends and your considerable strength modifier, you're able to pull yourself up, very much in pain from your wounds, shaking off the feeling of the poison as it courses through your veins, and you're able to pull yourself up next to your friends. The party now staring at their companion Ender, a literal half-orc pincushion. The sounds in the distance of screeching, that horrible sound, that sensation, you're all shaken a bit in your own ways, pondering what horrible magic has brought you to this place. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
So, Jeremy,
Yes.
so does Derek get like triple inspiration because it's his birthday?
He
Oh, happy birthday!
he does get inspiration. It's actually checked on his sheet right now, and you can see the little
Yay.
little star on his character.
Oh yes, I do.
So wait,
Does Adam also get inspiration because he showed up for Derek's birthday?
I'll tell you what. Everyone gets inspiration tonight because it's a special night. I will mark you all with inspiration.
Way to
That's
go,
really
Adam.
needed.
But we have to yell out. We should make it like instead of asking for inspiration, we have to wish. We have to say, "Hey, Derek, happy birthday." That's how we activate our inspiration.
You need to blow out a candle.
Exactly, blow out a can of woof.
he should get double inspiration though because he actually shaved. I'm very proud of
Oh,
him.
man.
Oh wow!
Aww.
His face completely like he's bald.
No. I couldn't look like Jeremy.
You just lost your inspiration.
Yeah, Jeremy, you. I like the no facial hair. You have like really nice skin and stuff, so it looks really good.
Oh wow! Everybody has a star on their picture except for Derek.
You know, it's a good look, Jeremy. But at first I saw the picture, I was
kidding.
like, "What in the world? Who is this man?"
Jeremy, actually, you're very fucking handsome, and I'm not just saying this because you dictate my fate, but you are actually incredibly handsome, man. You look good unshaved, or you look good.
Extremely handsome.
I'm definitely using this as the outro for today's session.